No. That's not really true. That's not really true.
Well, he was the one who, he was the one.
I used to have that problem. Yeah, long time ago. I did that to San Kennedy. Oh, shut up, you stupid thing.
Smart. I was saying to Jackie, it's so smart of Amsterdam to make marijuana legal there, because who else would go to Amsterdam?
Yeah, why would you even know Amsterdam?
Yeah, right.
What else do they do?
Put it on the map. Yeah, it's so brilliant. And they have look at this. Like Jackie brought back this thing. He goes, the Hash Marijuana Hemp Museum. They even have museums dedicated to hash and stuff. But look at marijuana. They spell it.
It is the Mecca.
Yeah, they spell it M-A-R-I-H-U-A-N-A. Like they even have to spell marijuana differently, to give it some sort of.
But it's weird because it's not completely legal. I can't explain it. It's like in the travel guide it says you can go to the Hash and Pot Museum and they have displays of plants growing, but every once in a while there's a raid, so sometimes some of the exhibits will disappear. There'll be lapses in the exhibits.
Because it's not completely legal?
It's hard to explain. It's like
I know somebody who went there. We know a guy we know really well who went there, and he was telling me there's places where you can get some stuff, but it's not as strong, or you can get, like Robert said, it's like the strip bars.
So what, Jackie, wait a second, what happened?
You can't just walk
as soon as you got there, how long before, the second you landed in Amsterdam, how long before you end up in one of these hash houses?
Pick me up at the airport.
The question is, did he go to the hotel first?
Yeah.
Or did he go to
No, absolutely went to the hotel.
You went to the hotel, right. You took a nap.
Because I'd worked the night before.
All right, you took a nap.
And we went to the center of town, and
So in other words, as soon as you woke up,
you went.
What we did, we drove and we got a parking place, and then we were driving along. We were walking along. I think we went to the boat ride first, and we took the boat all around Amsterdam, and then we were walking, and we walked past a place that actually had a logo of the Marx Brothers.
Jackie, no, I don't want to hear the whole vacation.
No, and that's where we walked in.
Right. So in other words, you took a nap.
In and I couldn't believe it. There was a man right. There's a little guy.
Jack,
oh boy.
You took a nap. You took a nap. You can tell his whole brain is scrambled.
3 hours.
Within 3 hours, you were smoking pot.
It might have been much less.
Okay.
You know what I think?
That's what I wanted to
know. It was
like,
let me take this boat right now because I'm never leaving once I start smoking.
Right.
Yeah, let's get in one travel.
In other words, all I wanted to know was, I took a nap, woke up, and smoked. That's what I want to know.
It's so cool.
Right. I don't want to hear about a boat ride. I don't want to hear about the guy with the sign. I don't want to hear anything.
All right.
Just want to know how long it took you.
They didn't have any pot on the plane.
Did you stick with pot, or did you have hash also?
No, I never bought any hash. And
why is that?
We really didn't smoke that much. It was very strong.
So what? So you go in.
You roll a joint this long, and
no, did you roll it your own, or do they roll it for you?
Well, there's little papers in cups all on the bars.
You must have been in heaven.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Everybody's rolling joints and smoking pot.
Wait, so you walk in, and they serve coffee, pot, and liquor.
Some places serve just coffee. Most of the coffee shops have coffee, and you can buy pot there's like a little guy behind a booth type thing.
Right. And do they hand you a menu?
No, when you walk up to the booth where the guy's selling it, he has a little menu that you can look at.
How did you know where to go? Like, there's probably 100 places.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, so you just
Whorehouse Coffee Shop, Whorehouse Coffee Shop.
So you just walked in to anyone that you saw.
Yeah,
no one recommended.
We were tourists. Like, what do we do?
Right.
I said, I could sell you a joint, or you can go over there and buy a little bag of it. And they sell you a little tiny bag. It's like 12.5 guilders for.
And you might as well buy a small amount because you can go sample tons of different kind of pots. So why should you be stuck with just one pot?
Right.
So how did you know?
I'm going to try all of these. And
did you buy one of the most expensive pots?
I bought the orange something.
Marble.
And the orange.
Big orange marble.
Yeah.
But I bought a little tiny thing of it, and it lasted for 4 days. I mean, it's just so strong.
So you mean you didn't buy all different kinds and sample?
No, I didn't do.
Wait a second. You're on vacation. Why don't you? Because you had to smoke the same exact
I
pot?
hate to kill my image, but I was not there.
Hold it a second, though. Let me ask you. You're Jackie, right? You're in a country that sells 100 different kind of pots. He's so goddamn cheap. He goes in.
Don't give me cheap.
He buys a little bag of pot.
I wish you had fallen off your mouth.
He buys a little bag of pot, and he has to stick with. Even if he smoked a little bit, wouldn't you try different kind of pots?
You want to know what
when that ran out, I bought another. I can't tell the difference.
Yeah, but I'm saying, why not smoke one joint and then buy a different kind?
I bought a little bag, and I didn't realize it was going to last forever. I mean, you roll a joint, you take 2 hits of it, you don't even have to think about it.
And you're flying.
Oh, Jesus. I looked over and said, who's that guy? He said, I'm Burf. Oh. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
And then you go to a bar.
But you understand my point?
Yes.
Like, why wouldn't you buy,
You're going there it's the mecca for every pot.
sample every pot on the menu?
And they've got every great pot in the world.
Every time you have a desire to smoke pot, why not go?
Get a different one.
Why keep going to that same
Why
little
would
bag?
you buy a little bag? Buy a joint.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you would do it.
Right.
I carried the same joint around for 3 days. I'll show you the picture.
Really?
They have.
But why wouldn't you try different pots? I don't understand. Like there's like 20.
He found one he liked right away.
Yeah, but he might have liked something.
You know, but
I'm not a taste connoisseur. I'm not like I didn't try the hash either.
Right.
Yeah,
but you'll never be in Amsterdam again. You tried one pot.
I know. I tried. I bought a second bag.
Oh, you did? Of a different kind?
2 days later, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And did you sit? Isn't it kind of cool that you could just sit outdoors and smoke?
Stuff. It was like you don't really.
You know what I mean? You could sit in that restaurant and smoke.
Yeah, you've never smoked in a restaurant.
It's so weird. It's cool. And the bars are like it's like you're walking into the '60s. It's like you're walking into a party in the '60s.
And it makes total sense that it's legal, right? I mean, it makes total sense to me.
Total sense.
You know what I mean?
You never see a cop. Everything is so relaxed.
And the whores are not that good looking?
They made everything legal.
Some of them are much better looking than others, but...
Like if a scores girl is a 10, like where are these girls?
You know what? Some of them were like 9s and some of them were like 3s.
And how much does it cost for a 9?
I think they're all the same.
Oh, really?
You know.
And do they stand there and you can just pick one?
Yeah, I don't even know what you're supposed to do. I guess you're supposed to knock on the door and they tell you the price or anything, but people don't even knock. The girls stand there and as people walk by, they reach for the door like they're going to open it for them, you know. And then people go in, I guess they pull the curtain close, you know.
Great.
It's a pisser. But there's families walking along and, you know, it's not like
great
it's a
town.
Disneyland for sex and pie. It really is. It's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous, believe it or not.
Kirsten, you're on the line. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Turn off the radio.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi.
How many times are we going to go through this?
Oh, I don't know.
No. I just want to set you straight, Howard. It's really, really simple. It's that it's tolerated because in certain amounts you're allowed to smoke it. So they have raids when, the coffee houses or whatever, if they have too much in-house.
Oh, God, that's so stupid.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
No problem.
Understood.
It almost makes it more fun that it's a little illegal. It's like you can get away with it.
Yeah, it's more fun.
Yeah. I can't.
It's fun. It's a little illegal.
Like a little again.
It's so easy. That's what makes it fun.
Have a good time, Fred, because you're next.
I was just wondering, who is in these places?
People that look like they've been there for about 30 years.
I was going to say, they never left.
This is fun, isn't it? Did you talk to anybody in the house, or did you just kind of
the bartenders are great, you know.
Hey, it must be a great job. Get to be around pot.
Everybody smokes English. Oh, Jesus.
Wow, it's a great job.
Everybody speaks English. It was great.
Everybody smokes English.
English
Jet lag, man. I just got that.
When did you get back?
Saturday at about, I guess, 11 o'clock in the morning.
So you flew all night? Right.
It was weird. We left Amsterdam at 8.
And your wife didn't go. That had to be fun.
It was great.
Right.
Perfect.
Lucky you. I was trying to explain to my wife that it's okay to go away by yourself. Because I said, Jackie's going without his wife. And she was like...
She had gigs booked.
Right, thank God.
On vacation a week before.
Because I was saying to my wife, what would be the big... She goes, you couldn't come here alone. I go, oh, yes, I could. So we had, the best vacation, I was telling you, right? We're out there mountain biking, doing the whole thing. The last day we get into a huge fight, which always happens to us, and it ruined the whole vacation.
Do you think it's a thing that
I
you have to fight on the last day?
I don't know. I thought I was doing the right thing. I swear to God.
What did you do?
Here's the deal.
How long were you there? You didn't say that.
A week. We left Monday, and we came back Saturday around 11 or midnight or so, And, who is this?
Hello.
Yes.
That's the guy
Howard.
Called in about Gary and the Ultimate
No,
Fighter?
this is some other guy.
Oh.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Yeah, Howard.
Yeah.
I was your old paper boy.
You were my old paper boy where?
When you were down in Washington.
Washington, D.C.?
Yes, you were. You're on DC 101.
Yeah, where did I live?
Westlake.
Where?
Westlake, right across from Montgomery Mall.
Did I live there?
I don't think so.
What's
You didn't live
Westlake?
across from a mall?
No.
Yeah, you lived. Yes, you did, Howard.
I didn't live across from a mall, did I, Robin?
You lived across from Montgomery Mall.
What was my address?
I don't remember the address, but you were on Montgomery. You were right across Montgomery Mall.
Was I, Fred?
You had a VW bus.
Wait a second. What was the name of,
What town
was it?
Bethesda.
Yeah.
All right.
Right there.
Well, I've said that on the air 100 times.
Yeah,
I lived in Bethesda.
Well, now, Howard, I was your paper boy.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so.
You stiffed me $12.50.
Oh, get out of here, you idiot.
Crazy.
No, you don't
I'll
have
pay
to
you in
be
jokes.
violent.
Here, here's something funny. Stiffed him. Dope. First of all, Sinbad went on Letterman last night. He got the same rap I get. Certain people get a rap before they go on.
What is the rap?
The rap is don't touch Dave's neck.
Really?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
get
a
that.
touchy-feely person?
No, they tell everybody they're scared that you're going to hug him, and there's a girl walks up to look up when you go out there. And I thought she was supposed to tell me some.
Yeah, I thought it was just me.
I thought something happened. She was like,
Yeah.
Dave had an accident a few years ago, and don't touch his neck. I said, who's been beating Dave up? I mean, I thought guess been going on like pulling Dave's neck out and pulling him to the ground.
Well, you know what happened to me? One time I did a bit where I put my hand, I said, no one ever touches you on this show. They had told me not to touch his neck, and I started to touch the back of his head. I wasn't going to grab his neck. I started to touch the back of his head. Well, come on, when someone tells you not to touch somebody's neck, I got to see what's going on. So I started to touch the back of his head, and he's like, no. Then when I go out, I always hug him, and I give him a nice big hug. You know, I give him a tight hug, because he goes, don't touch my neck. He'll start saying, don't touch my neck. Now, this is a psychosomatic illness. You understand? There's nothing wrong with this guy.
It couldn't be wrong for this long without him dying, could it?
I went to a guy. I used to have a bad back. I thought it was something like maybe I lifted some weights or something. I did something wrong. I'm telling you, I went to this guy, Dr. John Sarno. He showed me. He proved to me. The guy's written many books. He's a MD. That back pain is psychosomatic.
Well, I need to meet him because I got an L5 that's like been jacked up for 3 years.
Let me tell you something. It's all in your head. Now, I know you don't believe that right now, but if you saw this guy...
I believe. I'm looking for cures, man.
I'm telling you.
It's a toe thing.
I couldn't even go through this show without laying down on the floor. That's how bad it was. And then as soon as this guy got a hold of me, 2 weeks later... Right, Robin?
Yeah.
No more back pain.
And before I leave, give me the info.
All right, I'll give you the info. You got to read this guy's book, Dr. John Sarno. It's real simple. Take your day to read, and you'll get the whole thing. But anyway... I told Letterman about this. I said, don't you see your neck? It's all psychosomatic. I said, what were you, in a car accident? There's nothing wrong with you. This guy's so depressed and so down and so hates what he's doing. He's got, right? Am I right?
Because after the show...
Is he miserable?
I think after the show, I look at a lot of talk show hosts.
Yes.
After the shows, you just see them like this, like, I made it through another day. And they keep telling me, Simba, I want you to do a talk show. I said, no.
No way.
I am not going to do. I don't know many talk show hosts after the show. Hey, man, y'all want to listen to me? Let's hang out. Y'all want to hang out?
They're all depressed.
Everybody's like this. Hey, were the numbers good? Did I beat someone? I was like this.
Right.
Oh, God, I don't want to live. I don't want to worry every day.
You don't want that kind of pressure.
I don't want to worry about my ratings every day. I don't.
Now, in this book that you wrote, let me get to the book because I know Sinbad's got...
Yeah, I would like to know about the book.
Sinbad's got a hell of a schedule. I mean, you're doing Good Morning America now.
Yes.
Joan London's a little piece of ass. I see her all the time in the street. She came on the... Yeah, she's fine. She's good. She's good.
Fine, man.
She's a good little piece of ass. I got to get some of that. I'll have to work on that.
She's going to do that now.
Yeah.
She's listening right now. I got to give him my number.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hooking up with Howard.
You never did her, did you? You never did her.
No, man.
You must get some fine women. We'll get to that in a minute. Oh, please.
He's a monk.
I'm low-key. I'm a monk.
You are low-key.
You heard.
Why don't I read about you in the tabloids? What?
You know what? I haven't made enough money. See,
is that true? I thought you were a multimillionaire.
I told my brother, man, I can't even get in the tabloids.
But wait a second. You made a lot of money when you were on the show after Cosby.
No.
You didn't make a lot of money? Different World. You did not make a lot of money?
Nobody.
I bet you were rolling in dough.
Man, are you crazy?
You were a main player on that.
I was not. Do you know how?
Well, you weren't on it from the beginning.
You know how this show happened? This show, I was warming up the audience. I begged to warm up the audience.
Oh, really?
For the taping of the pilot of A Different World. And I'm thinking, if somebody sees me, I'll get on this show.
And sure enough.
Bill Cosby, I thank God. Bill Cosby came in and said, you ought to be on TV. Put me on his show for episode, and then put me on A Different World. But on A Different World, I was like the 8th guy out. The jokes you saw me do, I would just bogart and do them.
Oh, really? Maybe
I would just sit there and just do the writers would fight with me all the time.
It seemed to me like in the last season or last 2 seasons, you were on a lot.
Debbie Allen was saved because no, she would do.
Was she annoying?
Debbie was cool, man.
Really?
Debbie saved me on that show.
She seems a little affected. You know what I'm saying?
She is the coolest.
Really?
Look, you're talking about people he gets work from, Howard.
Anybody you don't like, Sinbad?
I just don't deal with it. If I don't like somebody, I don't even deal with it. I don't even go there.
You don't even go.
I don't even go there.
Right. You don't have to at this point.
I don't even go.
Did you say something crappy about somebody? It would just make a lot of news. Say something bad about somebody. What about Ellen DeGeneres? You're a comedian. Do you know her?
Ellen was on the road with me. Now, the thing is, back in 1985, when I first got to L.A., Ellen used to travel with a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. So she was pretty open about it.
Ellen traveled with a girlfriend back in 85.
Right.
So when I was watching America go, I said,
Of course she's gay.
They already knew. They want you to come out your mouth.
Right. They knew she was gay. Everyone knew she was gay.
Everyone knew, but they wanted it to come out of her mouth.
Don't you think she's being kind of extra gay, though, for Sweeps Week? I mean, she went to the White House and was making out with that girl.
They're getting triple money.
Right.
For triple money, I hug my boyfriend.
Right.
And plus, it's probably a relief.
Right.
It's probably wow. Finally, I can do it. Must be like, if a person's been like a very light-skinned black, acting like they're white. Finally, someone says, man, I am a Negro.
Right.
And he goes, okay.
It's very liberating.
He goes to all the R&B joints. He's hanging out.
Right.
He's giving people five. Like, man, I've been tripping for a while, but I'm back with the people.
And your career is going well. You wrote this book. Yeah. All right. So you're going on Good Morning America. Then you got CNN. You got a lot of different. You're going on Regis and Kathy Lee, right?
We're doing that thing. This is called the Beg Bomber book, but you act like you're not doing that.
Right.
You act shocked when the book comes up. Oh yeah.
Sure.
The book in there.
Sinbad's Guide to Life, Because I Know Everything is the name of the book. And in this book, this is really sort of about your life, but it's based on your stand-up comedy, right?
Some stand-up, some stuff you make up. You lie a lot when you write books.
You do.
Because, you want to make people feel like...
You make it more exciting.
Like you had this exciting life and things.
Right. Now, you were married, right? You were like me. You married Did you marry your high school sweetheart or something?
No, I was in the military. I met her when I was in the military. She was going to college.
Right. And so you met, and you figured, hey, this is it. This is it for the rest of my life. But you were a young man. You didn't know. You were going to become this famous.
None of this happened to you.
No, it had nothing to do with... I think the fame affects people with you sometimes.
Right.
Because
that's true.
He's saying he didn't change, his wife changed.
Yes.
No, my thing, I don't know if people... I think everybody changes.
Yeah. No, the opportunities change.
Everyone has to change. I mean, but my thing is... In this career, you want it so bad.
Right.
Let's face it, everything is kind of second. So the kids I always kept around. My kids went on the road with me. They hang out with me. They're my partners.
But I even told my
kids. The wife at home?
Yeah.
The wife, it was hard to come around.
Listen, man, you got to admit.
Getting pushed around. So people rude to you. They push your wife out the way. People just like, they just go nuts.
Listen, man, isn't it remarkable? Like, I don't know what it was like for you when you were growing up and everything, but you don't get that many women, and then all of a sudden...
No women.
Right, you don't get... Right.
No women.
No women.
I was the most woman-having brother. And I love the movies, the Mac and Superfly, all these pimp movies, and I would dress like them, and I'd walk around, and I was the most Mac-less, most womanless pimp that ever lived.
He dressed like a pimp with no women.
My dad's a minister, and he dressed like a pimp.
Yeah.
I put the Mac on the side of my 68 Chevy, and my brother came home, my older brother, he's a classical pianist like this.
Right.
What's a Mac? They were laughing at me. I go, it's a pimp.
Right.
Because I'm not driving the car anymore.
So you would even dress the part and everything, but you could not. And you got to admit, I mean, for me, I know I have this struggle. I discussed it with my wife last night. I said, I have this struggle. I said, I cannot believe that women would find me attractive now. And, they do come on to you.
I do a joke, man. You can be the ugliest man in the world.
Right.
And also when you get money, they will find some there's something about him that... Man, money and fame.
Suddenly you're smart.
Oh, when they think you got money. I didn't have... So they thought I was making Eddie Murphy money.
Right.
And they go like, shit, that's fly. So we're like, I'm barely flying coach. But she thinks because I'm on this show, I'm living large.
Right. Right. So the women all of a sudden are there, and it is a temptation. I don't care. You
remember the first time it happened to you? You go somewhere, and you had to put no effort in. I mean, I was one of them brothers, bring ink pens, pads, and paper.
Right.
I'll do the thing. I'll walk to your car.
Right.
I know this is going to be like a 4-month event, and I'm really going to try hard. So, man, the first time I walked somewhere, and the girl looked at me and just gave me this look. I'm looking around.
Right.
What's she looking at? And she said, so where you going? I'm going like this. I heard about this.
Yeah.
This fine woman picked you up. So I run to the phone and call my brother Mark. Mark, this is fine girl. She's trying to pick me up.
Now, this is the first time this happened to you.
This is a woman I wouldn't
This is after like Starstruck, because you won Starstruck. This is after Starstruck. You were on TV for a while. You were on the Red Fox show for a while, right? Okay, so now you start to get noticed. It's the first time. Now all of a sudden there's no effort involved.
No, it's because the first time it happens, it blows your mind. Second time, you kind of look for it.
Right.
By the fourth time, you just walk in the room. You get this
and wait.
You're kind of in the room, and if you ask the girl for the phone number, she gives you no. You're like this. No.
No. What are you talking about?
What is no? What is that?
What do you mean no? No is not in my vocabulary.
And then you have to start checking yourself, man.
Right.
Because what happens, I see a lot of young guys like ball players and young guys in the game. You get to the point you get spoiled so bad, you become a jerk.
Right.
So you start going like, knowing you messed up.
Right.
Do you know who I am? When you say that to somebody,
right.
You know who I am.
Yeah.
You have just gone to the lowest level of celebrity that you know.
What's wrong with you, woman? You don't know who I am?
Don't you know? Or you go like this. You know I got a Mercedes. I've seen guys do that. And I go, don't, man, don't.
Don't think.
If your movie didn't get it, if the movie didn't get it, man, your movie made $100 million. Don't tell her you got a car.
Right.
Let it go. There's Folie over there looking at you, man. Let her go. Let her go.
It's true. Why rely on that?
And a man will pursue that one that doesn't want him.
Right.
I mean, you really don't know me.
Yes.
And you start pulling out your ass. Look, they reviewed my movie. I'm that guy.
Yeah. You know, I can relate to that.
I was going to say, does any of this sound familiar?
Well, I've been in scores, right? And now here they are, strippers. Okay, they're strippers, and they're there to entertain you. They're naked already.
And they want your money.
And they want your money and everything. And everything's all set up. And still, I got to impress them. I sit there, I swear to God, each time I'm getting a lap dance, I go, how you doing, Howard? I go, oh, good. You know, I'm really tired from promoting my film. Now, I gotta, because maybe they don't know. You know, I got to make sure, because I know deep down inside I'm worthless and I'm a piece of garbage.
What is it? And a man, I think what happens to a man, he still knows he's that little dude from wherever he came from.
Yeah.
And he goes like, and you know what you say to yourself? If I lost all this tomorrow with this girl here, he talked to me. You go like, no.
No way.
Because there's another rich dude that would have snatched it.
Now, it's true. When you broke up with your wife, you probably said, wait a second, she loved me before I became anything. Yeah. She was there for me.
That was probably hard to give up.
She's the only person I could trust. I've gone through all this. I go, my wife, she's the only person I could trust. She was there before everyone. And I go, who cares? So what? I'll trust other people. You know, it's better to get laid. Please.
Now you go through that weird thing, though. After you leave somebody who knew you before, everybody else you don't trust. You're like this. Hey, you can stay at the house tonight. But you got to get out.
You will never get married again, I bet.
I could, man, how can somebody say, I don't care if you didn't have money?
Right.
You know, I'm like, hey, you say that.
Yeah.
As we sit here.
Yeah, where were you?
And we're riding in a car that works. That's it. But just a few years back.
I've even tried to convince myself. Wait a second. I've even tried to convince myself. Hold on one second. I got to just tell you this one thought. I have tried to just convince myself. I go, you know, but like if I was with a woman now, but you know, now I'm more confident. And but I just realized I'm the same guy.
But the point here is,
Rob, I know you still believe there's women out there who want good guys.
No, I
know you believe there's women like this. I don't care if a man's rich or
But
poor.
my point is, why shouldn't a woman appreciate you for what you have
and
what you've done?
The thing is to quit saying when y'all get with each other, you know, money. See, y'all lie so much. Men are pretty honest. Men are like this. We want to get over it. We will do what it takes to get over it.
Right.
You think they would sell a Porsche if we couldn't get us a woman?
Right.
You think we go buy a Porsche because, like, man, it's a nice car. It's got this kind of power. We're going like, man, women are going. The first thing you do with your car is ride to where a bunch of women are.
That's right.
You go, stop like this. Hey.
I go to high schools and blast Led Zeppelin on the stereo system.
That's why you buy the Porsche.
That's right.
You're saying you will never be able to be with another woman because you have things?
No, I said as far as getting married. See,
he's got it too good now.
Because married means they can take it.
Right.
See, there's a difference between hanging out with somebody and married.
You'll make it back again.
No, that's it. Oh yeah, see, the Mr.
And even like
came back. I'll write another book. He came back. I feel so sorry for actors like this. You see him, man. He's breaking up with his wife. He's got another woman already. I'm going like, man, take a year off.
Yeah, right.
The first one's still taking the money. He's still taking the money.
Yeah.
He's got another one, and she's pregnant, man.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like Jim Carrey was with Lauren Holly right away. I mean, he got rid of his wife. The whole thing was over.
If Lauren Holly gave me the phone number, I might have been converted too.
Yeah, you think so, huh?
But
don't you want to?
The man I admire is like a Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
He'd just blow millions on a divorce.
Johnny would just go to the beach.
Johnny was a fool. I always said it, and I'll keep saying it.
You admire Johnny, but Johnny's sitting there on the couch right now. I don't know why. I fall for this. But see, now, but
what you're saying is enjoy the buffet. I mean,
as you get older, it can change. You know, when a man gets 50, you don't care about getting used.
Right.
That's right.
I was there in the game for a while, and I had her. And I got pictures.
Right.
See, that's all you want when you get about 50. Just want to be in the game.
Right. Now, this is called Sinbad's Guide to Life, Because I Know Everything, and then we will learn about you. We'll learn about your early childhood. You grew up in Kansas, right?
No, I went to the Air Force in Kansas. I grew up in Michigan.
Oh, you grew up in Michigan?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Because Jackie's been trying to act like he knows everything about you. You know Jackie, right? Jackie goes,
remember
Kansas.
I just remember to mention Kansas, that's all.
Man, Jackie Martling was the only. we're in Tampa for the Giggles Comedy Club.
Yeah.
And I saw the ultimate business comedian. I had never seen a man like this in my life. Jackie, my joke man, he had his joke line, and he would beat the audience out and sell tapes. And before he got off stage, I said, I've got to do this.
Excuse me, would you explain to him once and for all how tacky that is? That like when you're a stand-up comic, you go out on stage, shouldn't you have some self-respect?
We thought that was cool. We were all sitting in the room. How was Jackie? I was trying to make little knickknacks. I was going to my room. I'm going to make some knickknacks. I'm going to sell stuff. He's making money.
They're making hats, whatever you can. Sinbad hats.
Jackie would have it.
Jackie has garbage he sells to the audience like you would not believe, and has no shame. He'll go out there in front of the audience and stand on stage and sell it. You know, here's a famous story. So Jackie, of course, has worked with everyone. Everyone has passed him by, as you know, as you did. You used to open for Jackie. Now you're a headliner. Right. But wait a second. So Jackie knew Eddie Murphy early on. Eddie turns to Jackie one night and he goes, "It's legend." He goes, "Jackie, you know, I don't know. I can't get anything going. Could you help me make a record album?"
You got albums? I want to have that.
Wait a minute, I remember that, man.
Do you?
I remember that when Jackie helped cut it because Jackie not.
Jackie told Eddie no. And he said no. He says, "I'm busy."
Is he working on his own album?
You know, Eddie went on to super success. And might have.
You can't get a piece of that, Jackie.
Yeah, you dope.
I swear I told him I didn't have time.
Jackie told us that too.
Right.
I said, Jackie, how you make knickknacks? I just want to know how to make knickknacks. I said,
Jackie wasn't passing it.
Jackie said, "Man, oh, you can't make knickknacks."
Yeah, make them. Well, you don't know how to do it. It's special. That's good, Jackie. You helped all the right guys.
And he had a joke line. He would write on his room in the comedy condo. Remember back in the day of the comedy condo? Headliner got the room with the bathroom.
Right.
You could walk in. You would walk in the comedy condo. You knew what room to take by what position you had on the show.
Right.
Open the act. You slept on the couch in the living room.
Right.
The middle act got the other small bedroom, and the headliner got the room with the bathroom.
Right. The nice room.
And then you wait for him to show up to see if he didn't want the room. So you go move into it. And Jackie had on his wall all these papers with jokes.
Really?
Because he had a joke line. I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "They have jokes." I said, "How do I do that?" "Oh, yeah, okay." And then he would mumble.
Yeah, right.
I said, "Jackie, how you do the joke line?" "Oh, yeah, you didn't get line."
Oh, he didn't want to share his secrets with you.
Right, he wasn't giving up on anything.
You know, look at him. He's a mogul. All right, anyway, Sinbad's book is Sinbad's Guide to Life. This is in the stores right now. What are they giving you, the heave-ho?
He's busy.
Well, that went pretty fast. I had a bunch of questions written down for you, but I never got
to. He's going to touch my neck, man. You can't kind of close over here.
Yeah, hug Sinbad. Sinbad's Guide to Life, Because I Know Everything. This is the new book out. Sinbad's a real funny guy. Check out his HBO specials if you don't believe me. They're really good.
Oh, you check out his movie. You got to tell the people now, because, you know, the word's out. We got to get this thing over with. Howard goes on the air saying that Sinbad is the world's nicest Negro.
That's right.
Yes.
And know what the funny part is?
Yes.
White people walk up to me and think that's a great compliment. And that is the scariest thing about America.
Yeah.
People go to me, "Howard loves you. When are you going to do a show?"
Yeah.
I say, "Y'all, when a white man says you're the nicest Negro."
I'm never doing it.
That's not a compliment. It's kind of an inside joke. Really?
No, I was commenting that you seem like.
Trying to fix it.
Well, I'm not trying to fix anything. I said, I went on the air jokingly and said,
I know what it's about. I said, it's a joke, and I know he's doing. And I said, it's cool because I'm a comic.
Right.
So people think, if a comic gets mad at another comic, that's a comic with a problem.
Right.
And comics, the first one to get mad if you insult them. You know this?
I know, Jerry Seinfeld.
So you should insult them like this.
Right.
They like put their head down.
Yeah.
They have no sense of humor.
But white people go to me like, "He loves you."
We want to live next door to you.
Calls you a nice Negro. I said, "No, see. You're not getting it."
He said, "Why can't all black people be like Sinbad?"
I said,
Sinbad, I want all black people to be like you. You are a role model.
And they said, and then they find out
you're funny and kind.
When they found out the militant side, then they go like this, because in Hollywood, when I'm like demanding,
I don't like this militant thing you're getting into.
They're like this. They're like this.
Yeah.
They didn't know because they thought I did clean comedy.
They listen to me.
I did clean comedy.
We thought you behave yourself.
And then you're sitting there fighting for I need black extras. I need this. I want a black limo driver. I want this like this. He wants black people. I didn't think he would. He's not like the others, but he wants black people.
He's a not so nice Negro.
Yeah, so they start having meetings, man. And you walk through the hallway, and then I go to Hay no more like this. He's kind of dangerous.
Yeah, what's his story all of a sudden now?
He's the spook who sat by the door. Remember that movie? He's that guy.
Yeah, he's angry.
He's that guy.
See, I had all the white people convinced that you were behaving yourself, and I was trying to help you. That's how you get all this mainstream work.
Trying to get the career boost.
Yeah, right. And you're gonna blow it. You're gonna go out there.
And brothers got it. No man, hard with doggy, man.
Yeah, stop.
See, brothers called you a nice Negro. So brothers would walk up with one reaction. Man, he called you a nice Negro. You got to straighten that out. And the white people like this. But that was nice.
Nobody gets it.
They didn't get it, man.
Well, Sinbad, the Guide to Life, go get that. It's the new book, and it's Because I Know Everything. It's a real funny book. You'll have a good time with it. I am writing a new
book, Sinbad, How to Be a Nice Negro Guide.
I would buy that.
And white people.
I could recommend that to white people if you put that out.
How to Be a Nice Negro.
Don't be hostile to that. Yeah. And you know what? Keep that nice image. Everybody's comfortable with it. There's a lot of money to be made with that nice image. Don't be demanding black limo drivers and stuff.
All
okay?
Right,
all right. Anyway, Sinbad, he's here. And go buy his book, okay? It's a Guide to Life Because I Know Everything. And thanks for coming on, Sinbad. We appreciate it. It's great to have you here. And we'll be back right after
These words.
These words.
We'll return to the Howard Stern Show after these messages.
Fort Worth, Dallas.
Here's Grandpa Al Munster, setting the tone for a Howard Stern Freedom of Speech rally.
First of all, I am so happy that we are all here together. I mean, that is beautiful. That's beautiful.
It's beautiful, man.
And we all know why we're here.
Why is that, Grandpa? So you can get young boys?
No,
Why is it? Why are you here?
We're here because we all have a purpose in being here. And that purpose is to say, the FCC.
All right, Grandpa, get out of here.
Grandpa.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
And they call us outrageous. I don't know.
We're going to go sedate Grandpa.
And he's a lively old coot. Now you're listening to a young coot, Howard Stern.
Younger than him, anyway.
Hey, now.
Jackie Penthouse, Joke Page, Martling, Sergeant Pecker, the Joke Man, both 78 minutes of nonstop filthy jokes. Only $12 plus $4 shipping and handling. CD or cassette, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING Saturday night. Lots of knickknacks over at Club Benet, May 17th. 2 shows in Sayreville, New Jersey. For information and brand new jokes, visit JackieJokeman.com.
From the home office in Wahoo, Nebraska, here's tonight's top 10 list. If we don't They were just going to sit there. The category tonight, the top 10 surprises in Howard Stern's Private Parts movie. Opening this weekend all over the country. Top 10 surprises in the Howard Stern movie. A lot of things you know about Howard, a lot of things you don't know here. Top 10 surprises. Number 10, brief cameo appearance by a topless Martha Stewart. I had no idea. Number 9, in 1983, Howard paid Cher $2 million for permission to use her hairstyle. Number 8, role of Baba Booey played by Sir John Gielgud. No, I didn't know that either. Number 7, movie is about Howard's years as a gifted but eccentric piano player. Number 6, Stuttering John is the real father of Michael Jackson's baby. Who knew? Number 5, as a youth, Howard was a dead ringer for Urkel. Number 4, shockingly violent scene in which Howard is nearly beaten to death by Casey Kasem. Number 3, the fact that Dave Letterman, got to be in another movie after Cabin Boy. Number 2, in a surprising twist of events, it turns out that Howard sort of digs lesbians. And the number 1 surprise in Howard Stern's Private Parts, Howard's father, Darth Vader. There.
Wow. All right. There you go. On Robin, before I get to your Jeopardy appearance, which I want to play a little of, I want to... That's just a little sound I can make, but... There's a... Hey, by the way, if anybody out there has tape of Kathy Lee Gifford yesterday saying to James Taylor, "Hey, James, how's your brother Alex?" and then him turning to her and saying, "Well, he's dead." If anybody has tape of that, please call it in. Let us hear it, and I'll give you tickets for the Rainforest concert tomorrow night, which is really going to be good. You got Stevie Wonder over there, Sting, Elton John. Who else is on there, Bill? James Taylor.
Shandling, I thought.
Gary Shandling? Wow.
Bonnie Raitt, you're right.
Great show.
He remembers the lineup.
Great show. You're going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not going this year because I got to go to bed.
Yeah, me and all the boys are going except for you.
Yeah.
Aunt Robin's taking us out.
You taking your wives or are you going solo?
They're trotting out the wives and everything.
Yeah, I want to go solo. My wife won't let me.
Oh.
Sneak out.
Sneak out. If anybody has tape of that, call it in to us, and I'll give you a pair of tickets for Rainforest concert. First person to get that to us, because we want to hear that. That sounds kind of funny. They say there was a big dead pause.
Yeah, long silence.
Yeah.
Before somebody said, well, let's move on.
So much better than that Bruce Springsteen, Jerry Maguire movie.
Garden.
Thing. Yeah, so much better. So much better. That's the new rave. The Sling Blade Kids Whitney High song. All right, now it's time to meet Grandma.
All right, Ian.
Thank you. Grandma This is Grandma Ann. She's 63 years old. She wrote me this touching letter that she thinks she could do a better job than Stuttering John.
And she's here.
We sent her out last night. Here she is, 63 years old, Robin. Take a look, because today we read in the newspaper that a 62-year-old woman gave birth, actually.
Yes, a woman a year older than this one.
63 was the woman who gave birth? 63, a woman 63 gave birth to a baby today, which is disgusting. And that happened because she fooled the doctors, the fertility doctors. She told them she was 50.
Yes.
And they gave her some kind of fertility drugs.
Well, they did the whole, they harvested an egg from someone else.
Yeah.
And used her husband's sperm to fertilize it and then implanted it in this 63-year-old woman.
I'm looking at Grandma over here, and I'm realizing that someone a year older than her just had a baby. And I think that's wrong. I think science is wrong. I think they've gone too far. I'm all for cloning. I'm in favor of cloning.
But then you could have a baby at that age by cloning.
That's wrong.
Oh.
See, you got to use it responsibly. Hi, ladies. Now, I see here this is Grandma. Your name is Grandma Ann Ganji. No relation to our intern.
No relation to mine. No.
And this is what, your granddaughter?
No, my daughter.
Your daughter?
Jennifer.
Oh, Jennifer. You look very young. Yeah, very good. Very
She
young.
probably was propagating late.
Yeah. What age did you have your daughter?
30. My 30s.
Even that's too old. You shouldn't be having a baby in your 30s. You have children at 15, like our ghetto children.
No, thank you.
Grandma Ann Ganji, you wrote me a letter, and you said that you could do a better...
I wrote the letter.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was your letter?
That was my letter.
You know you write like an old woman?
Thank you.
I read the letter. I was quite touched by it. That you felt your mom could do a better job?
Oh, no. I thought that Stuttering John was really good.
Right.
But he was having a really hard time getting in places.
Right.
My friends and I thought it'd be funny.
An older woman has a certain command that she gets with age. She gets a certain respect.
Oh, sure.
So when she went up to these celebrities, we thought there'd be no problem. Now, we sent you to an event. It was a sporting event, right?
Sporting event. The
ESPY Awards?
No. Emmy Awards, actually.
Emmy Awards?
Emmy Awards, yes.
Sports Emmys.
Sports Emmys,
yes. And what happened is Grandma Ann got thrown out, didn't you?
Yes.
No.
Who did you approach first?
Jim Lamprey.
Jim Lamprey.
Was the first, from HBO. He was the first one to come over here.
And what happened? He came over and you offended him.
Well, he was pretty good.
Right, but they were wise to you the second?
Well, I think they wised up to us before when we first walked into the press room.
Well, how was that?
Yeah.
How was that, Gary?
See, what happened is that's been a great event for us.
Yeah.
John interviewed Jim Lovell, the astronaut there, and then the year before he got Don Cornelius there. So they've been pretty embarrassed. So as soon as our producer Doug walked in, they recognized him.
Yeah, we should have replaced him with an old woman. What the hell's wrong with us?
I heard a publicist got fired over last year's incident with Jim Lovell.
Is that right?
Yeah, they were very upset about that.
Yeah, well, why are they blaming the publicist for?
Because John got in.
Wow. Oh, jeez. Come on. That's ridiculous. Imagine firing somebody over something silly like that.
Yeah, so the publisher says, I'm sorry, you'll have to leave.
All right. So were you a fan of the show?
Of your show?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been listening since you were on NBC.
Oh, great. Okay.
We lived in New York at the time.
Oh, I see. So that must have been back when you were about 40.
Let's drop this age thing out.
Okay, very good. So Jim Lampley was married to the woman with no hands, right?
He still is. When you see it on E, you'll see her stand next to him. She still looks good.
Bree Bershaw.
What do you mean
Bree
no
Walker.
hands? No hands.
She has an affliction where she has no fingers and no toes.
Because I saw her go like this to him.
What? Do what?
It's time to leave.
Oh, she tapped her finger? But she has no fingers. How could she tap her?
Well, she must have that thumb.
Was it the wife?
She probably used the thumb.
Maybe it wasn't his wife?
I hate to say it looks like a closed hand. It's like a clump.
I see.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
She's a beautiful woman. In fact, when I was early in my career, I was a program director for a while, and she called me looking for a job, which was ridiculous. I told her that's insane because she was already working in New York City radio, and I said, we pay $4 an hour. You don't want to really take that
step. This would be a backward move.
Yeah. So, and I shook hands with her once, and what you do is you just shake her fist. And I did that.
Jump? You try not to jump.
You try not to puke.
Oh,
all right. So anyway, no, she's a beautiful woman, though. I would be happy to have a handicapped wife like that.
Now, if you remember, Jim Lampley and Bree went to the FCC to complain about a Los Angeles radio station who spoke about her hands.
Yes.
They tried to get the FCC to get that station taken off the air.
Yeah, they're a little misguided. So let's see if what happens with you and Jim Lampley. Okay, so here we go. Here's Grandma Ann Ganji. She's at the Sports Emmy Awards, and I'll tell you what happened after they got thrown out because something interesting happened.
Okay.
Who are you? I'm Jim Lampley.
Jim Lampley, and you play for?
No, I'm a broadcaster, sports broadcaster.
Good. Already you're pissing him off. That's good.
Who do you play for? That's a great question.
Yeah, we gave her a list of questions, and like John, we said, anybody you meet, just ask them who they are and what they do, and that pisses them right off. We love that. As soon as a guy has to explain who he is, he's angry.
For HBO and NBC.
Oh, all right. Fine.
You think Dennis Rodman is good for basketball?
Do I think Dennis Rodman is good for basketball? That seems to be one of the only things he's really good for.
All right, you think he's good for the sport?
I mean, apparently he's not so good for acting, according to the reviews that I've read. So maybe one of the only things he's good for is basketball. Hi, Rick. How are you?
Do you think Jackie Robinson was really that big a deal?
Oh, sure. Jackie Robinson is one of the 6 or 7 most influential Americans of the 20th century.
Probably thinks this is Ku Klux Klan radio right now.
All right. Did you play any sports?
As a kid, everybody's played sports as a kid, but not in.
Not me. I'm like a veal.
Yeah, I beg to differ.
Yeah.
Nice fashion. No, I just jibber jabber about them.
All right. Do you think Mike Tyson should be banned from boxing?
I don't think anybody should be banned from boxing. Boxing is one sport that should be freely accessible to everyone.
Would you publicly denounce O.J.?
Have nothing to say about it.
You don't think he's guilty? No.
I have nothing to say about it.
Say about it.
Getting irritated.
All right.
Hey, he's getting pissed. Yeah,
I have nothing to say about it.
All I know is Grandma, later on in the evening, meets up with Rosie O'Donnell, and Rosie O'Donnell almost punches Grandma.
Really?
You'll see that on the E! Show. Go ahead.
It's funny because Jim Lampley, up to that moment, thought that, this is a really nice interview.
Yeah.
And then at that point, he realized something weird was going on, and the look on his face was priceless.
Why do you think Jim Lampley won't denounce O.J.?
I have no idea.
That is weird.
Why are all these people so uptight?
I mean, crazy.
Because they're afraid they're going to be called racist.
Aren't his relatives coming out against him now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. His own mother.
Yeah. But Jim Lampley protects
Why do you think so many people are jealous of Howard Stern?
Uh-oh.
Probably because he has money and fame, and people think that they would like things like that.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Jim.
We're done with you.
Tap on the.
Oh, that's what you said. As soon as you brought up my name.
Yep.
All right. Well, you did a nice job there.
Yeah. That was my first one.
Not bad. Now, coming up, you're going to hear what happens is now you get thrown out. And what happens is...
Were they nice about throwing you out?
Yes, they were very nice.
She's an older woman. I say we send her out on more stuff.
Yeah. But this time we got to make sure that the crew doesn't tip off what's going on.
The crew.
We're going to get a bunch of old ladies to do that. But listen to me. They get thrown out, and everyone's kind of bummed. They go, if John was here, maybe we could have got more interviews or something would have happened.
How?
I don't know, because John sneaks back in. So all of a sudden, Grandma, they're walking down the street, and they see the opening to the play Titanic. So Grandma hustles her ass over to the Titanic opening.
They didn't even know about that.
And bags Robin Leach, Rosie O'Donnell, Lauren Bacall, and then gets thrown out of there.
Grandma!
Yeah, so I'm going to take a short break. We're going to come back, and according to what I've heard, Rosie almost punches Grandma.
Wait.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. We'll be back right after.
Hurry up and get through these commercials.
Yeah, hurry up. We'll be back right after this.
We'll return to the Howard Stern Show after these messages. You're listening to the Howard Stern Show.
So, Grandma Ann is here. Fred, why do you always say that? Leave it up. There you go. Leave it up. Leave it up as loud as it goes. There you go, and I'll control the volume. He does that every day.
And you tell him the same thing about once a week.
I even had this discussion with him off the air.
You're kidding.
No.
Well, I figured
He won't change his habits, though.
Yeah.
I said, leave the music up so I can rock.
Too stupid.
Right, Grandma?
That's right. Rockin' Grandma.
I'm not saying you're stupid, but what happened?
No, I'm too stupid. I can't.
Is that what it is? All right. Grandma,
I don't know what he means by that.
I don't know. I don't think I'm being a ball buster. I just want the music loud.
I'm stupid.
Now, what happens is you hear me talking and you think I want the music lowered.
Well, it just...
Yeah, but I can control that.
It sounds like you're fighting it.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Oh, yeah.
It's a comedic thing.
Yeah.
He's going for a joke there.
I got something I'm going for.
A broadcasting thing, Robert.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, just do what I have to do.
I'm trying to split the difference between...
And don't ever talk into the mic, by the way.
I'm trying not to.
No, don't ever do that.
Why does he not fight and get to the mic?
Grandma Ann is here, and, of course, her daughter, Jennifer, Grandma Ann Ganji, and she wrote me a letter, and I thought it was a good idea. I think that she should go out and interview these celebrities. So let's see who's up next on our list. So you got thrown out of this sports thing.
Right.
Sports Emmys. Can you imagine?
Emmys.
I never even heard of a sports Emmy. What is a sports Emmy? You know, people are giving. You know, there was a country music awards on last night. I got to tell you something. I never saw anything like this. When did this happen? When did this become big? It's scary. It's like from another planet. Somebody likes this? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Suddenly, country music has taken over this country, and it's scary. The people who are up there are scary. Garth Brooks and Charlie Daniels.
Didn't see it.
It's awful, Grandma. Just awful. Just awful.
I wouldn't see it if I was home. I wouldn't watch it. So.
All right. So anyway, you got thrown out of the sports Emmys. I never heard of any sports Emmys, but here they are.
I know. There are all kinds of Emmys now.
Yeah. I'm the only guy in America who can't get an Emmy.
You don't qualify.
Yeah. I was up for some award, but I didn't get it. Larry King got it or somebody.
But that was the Cable Ace Award.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
I don't even think Larry King got it. It was a guy named...
That Roy Firestone got it.
Firestone. What is that? Anyway, so you went over to the Titanic, which is a play that's opening up here. It sounds like another horror scene. And, of course, Robin Leach. The same people go to these openings.
Yeah, I think there's a list.
Fred, you are making a lot of noise. God. Man, there's a whole thing going on over there. What's going on over there, pal?
See, I have to get commercial.
I know. Wow, that thing squeaks like
Why
crazy.
is his mic open?
Well, no, it was off. I had it off.
Kidding.
No, I just opened it to talk to him. Jeez. He's battling, racking carts.
Yeah, I hear squeaking and carrying on.
Wow.
Must be a dull segment. You're focusing on me.
No, as a matter of fact, I'm trying to get through my show.
He's
and
trying not to focus.
You're distracting me.
I see.
Okay.
Would you both like to pile on now?
Anyway, where was I?
At the Titanic.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm on the Titanic.
On the Titanic.
You know, I think this morning I'm on the
I think
Titanic.
you got the Titanic captain over there running the car.
I know, like the Titanic fought the ice, all the ice. I'm fighting Fred. Anyway, the Titanic opens up, and I think all these people all go to the same opening. It's always the same people: Robin Leach, Rosie O'Donnell, Lauren Bacall. It's like a crowd of people. I notice Sharon Stone is always at movie openings. I think her whole career now is going to movie openings.
Yeah, she doesn't do movies anymore, just the openings.
So I guess Grandma ran into Robin Leach first. Is that right?
Oh, very quickly, yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's see what happens. Here's Robin Leach. Robin Leach with Grandma.
How are you?
Good.
Will you publicly denounce O.J.?
What?
Would you publicly?
This has got nothing to do with Titanic. It's got nothing to do
You
with
think
the
Jackie
Titanic.
Robinson was that big a deal?
And what happened? He ran away?
He just walked off.
What's
He
his
just walked off.
problem?
He goes, what? And then he just...
This has nothing to do with Titanic.
Why is he in a bad
Very
mood?
angry.
Wouldn't he be excited to be interviewed at this point?
I would think.
Wouldn't he be excited to, just sort of had some attention paid to him?
Wait, how could he get angry that quickly?
He went from 0 to 60. He's like a Porsche. 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. Okay. I mean, Robin Leach has very little to do with show business. I don't know why he'd be...
It's got nothing to do with Titanic.
We know that. Just answer the question.
What does he do now?
What does he do now? He goes to an island and has sex with girls.
He could be a very happy man.
Yeah, I don't know why he's
a
angry.
good-looking girl with her, yeah.
Of course, he always has a good-looking girl. Rosie O'Donnell was next.
Next, okay.
Now, I understand that you got her inside the theater, and then after you got thrown out, you got her outside the theater. So we're going to hear... Tried. And then I heard, even when the microphones were off, she started yelling at you. What did she say to you?
Never turn those microphones off.
Yeah, I'm a little upset about that, but what did she say to you?
Well, maybe you should play it and then...
Okay, fine. All right, Grandma.
Give Grandma a lecture.
All right, hey, it's your segment. Here we go, Rosie O'Donnell. Big star.
Rosie, please. Hello. How are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. If you were a man for a day, what was the first thing you would do? Have sex. Do you ever allow yourself to be photographed during your period? Always. Do you do self-breast exams for cancer? Who are you with? WXRK Radio? Okay. Yes, I do, frequently. And every woman should. Wait, if you were sitting next to Howard Stern tonight, what's the first thing you would say? Howard who? Thank you, Rosie. Turn it off for a second.
Turn that off for a second.
And then what did she do? She started ripping into you?
She sort of laughed, and then she came back, and she pointed her finger at the cameraman and says, turn it off.
Oh.
And he
did?
He turned the light off, and then
he doesn't have to turn it off.
Turn it all off.
Well, then and he did it?
And he said,
who is our cameraman? You don't have to turn off anything.
And then she said, Rosie.
Yeah, we know.
But who is she to tell our camera people what to do?
And then she says, put it on the floor.
He should have said, F you fat pig. Dougie, were you working the camera? No. What's wrong with you?
He takes orders from Val.
Doug, what do you take orders from women?
No.
Are you a man?
You know, the camera was up,
Yeah.
and she came back and she pointed at the camera and she said, "Shut it off," and she wouldn't speak until.
So who cares? So let's keep it rolling.
Well, we have
what good is
there's
it
a tally light on camera, a red light.
Yeah.
And she would not say what she wanted to say.
First of all, I want to put tape over the red light.
We'll shut that off.
Yeah, shut off the red light. Dude, there's no reason why people have to know
But
there's a
what
red light.
difference does it make that Rosie says anything if we can never hear it?
Right.
Yeah, the
She said shut it off, and you guys snapped too, like Nazis.
I would have let it roll, but you know.
But let it roll. You tell the cameraman you roll no matter what.
Okay.
This is like war footage.
Right. Yeah, in Vietnam, just because the enemy said turn off the camera, you don't. You wait till they smash the camera.
Won't happen again, probably.
Please. I mean, you guys aren't thinking. You just had a stellar moment there.
So what was the lecture?
Well,
And Grandma should have had a backup tape recorder with her just to get the audio at least.
Yeah.
What was the lecture?
She came over to me very sternly and stood, maybe... Really,
2 inches from your nose?
Right in from my
2 inches from your nose.
Put her hand on my arm.
Go ahead.
Oh, wow, she touched you?
Touched me. And she said, "Do you work for the Howard Stern show?"
And you said no.
And I hesitated because I didn't want to... I know I didn't work for you, but
Right.
I wasn't quite sure what to say. I sort of looked for Doug, and he had disappeared.
Did you think at first... Doug disappeared? Great.
And so I was there.
So when somebody usually leans in that close, do you think they're going to French kiss you?
God, I hope not. You had all this makeup on.
I bet. Yeah, I like my girls clean too. So so she leans in and she
She's
says,
she's got your arm.
"How's her breath, by the way?"
She wasn't that close.
Right.
Wasn't that close.
Okay.
And she repeated herself. Do you work for the Howard Stern show? And she said, because if you do work for the Howard Stern show,
yeah,
you should tell people so they can decide.
Why?
So they can decide for themselves whether they want to answer questions or not.
You told her you were up front. You were with WXRK.
And then I said, I don't work for the Howard Stern show. I said, honest, I don't work for the Howard Stern show because you don't pay me.
Right. You don't work for it. In fact, most of the people here don't work for the Howard Stern show because we don't pay them.
People who don't work.
Yeah.
So then she just looked at me and walked away. And about 30 seconds later, a young lady came over and said, "Who are you with?" And I said, "WXRK."
What a fat, paranoid jackass she is. Yeah.
And then about 40 seconds later, you'll have to leave.
You'll have to leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So in other words, that little Nazi, that little fat Nazi has to go around, has to turn you in.
Yeah.
Poor defenseless old woman.
I know.
Oh, yeah. You know, she's such a fatso. She's such a fatso that she can't enjoy life. So consumed with hate and so not fun-loving. She's some comedian. She's just angry and bitter because all her movies suck. East of Eden. There it is. You know, she had the nerve to go with her friends and laugh at Cindy Crawford's movie. So they sat there and laughed at how bad it was.
Cindy Crawford, Demi Moore.
Oh, Demi Moore, Striptease. Had the nerve to say in a magazine she went with her friends to laugh at it. Let me tell you something. Striptease is a work of art. It's a Michelangelo next to Exit to Eden.
Well, let me tell you something. Exit to Eden was supposed to be a comedy, and there are more laughs in Striptease.
That's right. That's right.
Even she knows that.
So here's I don't know what this is. This is an additional 5 seconds.
Then we caught her outside.
I see.
Rosie, why don't you like Howard Stern?
She was surrounded by her
entourage. It's a tough job going out there. Did you get nervous asking the questions?
I sort of was concentrating on the questions, so I really wasn't hearing the
I hear
answers.
you. Well, you're pretty good at it. I got to say.
Thank you.
Lauren Bacall was next. Here's a quick 8 seconds. I guess this didn't last too long either.
Another happy camper.
You know, I'm trying to structure some questions that will keep people talking.
Well, wait a minute. You know, yesterday there was a long conversation about easing into this.
I know, for some reason.
Where is that?
It's not happening. It's the same thing as Fred not keeping the music up loud. I just can't make it happen.
Yes?
If you were a man for a day, what would be the first thing?
Oh, I'm only talking about the Titanic. I'm sorry.
Well, actually,
we talked about the Titanic.
In all fairness, that is I thought that was a pretty tame question. If you were a man for a day.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, maybe you're going to have to suck them in with questions about the event.
Yeah.
And then throw in these.
Yeah. Yeah, this one came up by surprise.
I know, but even at the
Sports FMEs.
The Emmys, you were going right for it. So.
Right.
You don't think you have very much time because I don't think these people are going to be hanging around too long.
And here's Ann getting thrown out.
WXRK? Who are you? The press representative for Titanic. Oh, how was the movie? Wait, how was the movie?
We're going to have to ask you to leave.
All right.
Sorry. Right.
You shouldn't have left. You should have said to her, I'm not leaving. I'm in the press, and I have every right to be here.
Isn't this where the press is supposed to stand? Where should I be?
Yeah. I have a camera. I've got credentials. I'm the press. I'm the press. You don't throw me out.
I'm the goddamn press.
I'm the goddamn press. Well, Ann, I don't know why you wanted to do this. Your daughter wanted you to do this.
My daughter thought this up. Yes.
Your daughter. Jennifer, you dreamt this all up on your own?
No, a friend of mine at work and I were talking about it, and we just were laughing about it. And I don't know what possessed me.
And why did you think your mom would be so good at this?
Because she's funny. I mean, she just makes all my friends laugh.
Yeah, she's a load of laughs, I got to admit. I'm laughing. I'm laughing at her right now. Well, I want to thank Grandma Ann Ganji. And you did a great job. You got out there. You did a nice job.
Fun.
Yeah, it was fun. We might call on you again if you got the time. Jennifer, thanks for writing us the note. And we'll be back with the news right after these words. I went out Friday night, played cards with Jackie.
Oh, yeah, how did the card game go?
It was a great game, actually. What? What are you bitching?
Did you lose a lot of money?
Yeah, Jackie lost, but Jackie was so high he couldn't function.
Well, that's how you play cards.
You don't get the cards.
Nah, I bluffed you guys a lot.
Yeah,
I won. I was the big winner.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was.
Who was in the card
you were
game?
the big winner. You didn't bluff anything.
I did, too. You know that last hand? I had a pair of sevens on board. And Ralph had tens, and that's all I had was sevens. Believe what you want.
Bluff Ralph.
Is that really bluffing?
No, Ralph's a pretty good card player, actually. Jackie's upset because he lost.
When Ralph is not taking a bubble bath.
It was a good game.
It was good.
Who was there?
Me, Dominic, Neil. Neil is one funny bastard, man. We had a great time. Me, Dominic, Neil, Jackie, Burf.
Yeah.
Jackie's friend Burf. And, who? Dan Foreman.
Oh, Dan made it?
Yeah.
Scott was there, but you don't really notice.
Yeah, Scott is such a loser.
He's so unbelievable.
Scott the engineer is the loser's loser. He's like, sits there holding, I know I'm better a card player than all of you. He plays cards all the time,
and he feels he's better than you, but he's losing.
Yeah, and he loses every hand.
You wouldn't believe that he lost.
I had to laugh my ass off. He had trip fours, 3 fours, right? Now, this is a 5-card stud or whatever it was. I'm sitting there, I had like 3 5s. I was laughing my ass off because the guy, he was so convinced he was going to win. He's betting into me, and I was laughing. I knew I had him beat. And I just took all his money.
Oh, man.
It's so funny. The minute he got a good hand on the board, people would start taking side bets that no matter how good his hand was, he was going to lose, and then he would lose.
You are such a loser.
But does he have a poker face? I mean, right away, you know he's got a good hand.
Yeah, I mean, you know when Scott has a good hand because he just bets. But you're like a good card. You're not a horrible card player.
No, I'm just unlucky.
I've never seen you win.
Unlucky. No, I won a few hands.
Really? Yeah, but you lost all your money. And then he leaves all dejected, and he's like, ugh.
No, I wasn't dejected. I had a good time.
And he's all upset. He can't smoke his cigarettes. We won't let him smoke them.
He can't smoke one. That's why he can't play.
That's right.
Right.
Throws off my rhythm.
Yeah. Just see when it's so we just goof on him. And did we goof on him relentlessly, Jackie?
No, I think you did, but everybody got a shot.
We were goofing on him before he started losing. When he lost 3 hands in a row with good hands.
We just sit there and laugh.
We were in awe. We just couldn't believe that it was.
And Dominic orders in a whole bunch of food, like he caters all, because Dominic's a big fat guy.
And he has to have food around.
Yeah, but it's real funny. He sits there while we all eat, and he's like, he's counting the money and get everything ready. And
meanwhile, all he's thinking about is food.
Like Dominic,
everybody's
right. He waits like he's not in a rush to eat.
Little salad.
Right, little salad.
A piece of lettuce.
Yeah. It's like he's delicate about it.
And then finally.
Did he let go?
At one point, you look over and there's a pile in front of him.
Because I thought that the MO was that Dominic never ate in front of you guys.
And he finally had to give in. And it's always like mashed potatoes. He goes,
it's the most fattening.
And he'll always turn to me and he'll go, potatoes are good. You eat potatoes.
Yeah.
And he knows. Yeah, he knows.
Not saturated in fat.
Water. Yeah, he has mashed whipped potatoes.
Yeah.
Globs of gravy. You can just see it in his veins.
Yeah, right.
Diet gravy.
But he always has to turn to me and go, you eat potato. Like he doesn't understand.
Yeah, he doesn't know food.
Right.
Nothing wrong.
If I eat a potato, there's nothing on it.
Did you guys weigh him? They were supposed to have a scale.
He wouldn't get on the scale. We had the scale, but he wouldn't get on it. Then we spent half the night trying to push him onto it. It was pretty funny. And then Ronnie, the limo driver's son, got married on Saturday night. I had to go to that wedding.
Oh, you did go?
Oh, yeah.
Good for you.
No, I know you turned it down.
I didn't know. You know what? I could never get a schedule from the people at Paramount, and so none of us knew what we'd be doing that weekend. We didn't. You were the only one who knew, so you could RSVP in the positive.
Right. Fred didn't go, and Jackie didn't go.
No, I RSVP'd.
You RSVP'd? What were you tied up with?
I had to play cards on Friday.
Did you send a gift?
Absolutely.
You did? Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
I sent a gift.
Fred, did you go? Did you send a gift?
No, I didn't go, and I have to send a gift.
Right.
I sent a gift.
You just have to go to the bank.
Yeah, I went over there.
Well, you must have enjoyed yourself. How was it?
Oh, great fun.
How long were you there?
An hour and a half.
So you went to the ceremony?
No, I went to the what do you call that?
The reception.
The reception.
The shebang.
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting.
Well, I thought Ronnie was going to let me off the hook, and he'd say, hey, listen, we're going to have 300 people there. You probably won't be too comfortable, so don't even bother coming. But he never said that he wanted me there. So how could I turn him down? I spend every day with him.
But why did you go to the reception as opposed to the ceremony?
Because I think Ronnie wanted me at the reception more than he wanted me at the...
Oh.
Yeah. First of all, the ceremony was at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
And then when was the reception?
Like 6:30 at night. So I was going to go all the way out there and then come back.
It was a big break.
I mean, a whole goddamn day of wedding. People don't realize, when they get married, nobody can really,
Yeah, people don't want to ruin their lives.
Just because you're ruining your own.
Ruin ours.
His son's a good kid, though. I like
love
him.
him.
He's a real nice kid.
Yeah.
You don't love him that much.
I do, too.
And you
I
go to his
big
wedding.
Present.
Oh, you did? Oh, then that counts. What'd you give him?
$700.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty nice for not going to do. Oh, then I guess you do love him.
I do.
Love him a lot more than I do.
Yeah. What did you give? Cheap man. 100?
100.5.
100.5? That's nice. For a cheap bastard.
For a cheap rich bastard.
Considering I wouldn't know him if he walked in the door.
Oh, here goes the hostility.
Yes.
I don't know him.
I wouldn't know if I tripped over him.
Yeah, have him.
I didn't get an invite.
You didn't get an invite, did you?
No. But I'm sending a pack of cigarettes.
Well.
So did you have fun?
Yeah, it was okay. It was fun. It was actually a nice wedding, But I mean, I didn't know anyone. There people. I walk in, people start taking pictures of me.
You think you were the bride?
Yeah, I think I had more pictures. So I turned to one guy, and go, "Hey, dude, what am I, a monkey?" I said, "What do I look like, a monkey? Let me just sit here. I'm just a guest like you."
A photo shoot.
I said, "It's enough. You took one picture. You guys stand there. He's like, what are you with the New York Post?"
You're the Carol of the wedding.
Yeah. And I trotted out my wife, so she feels like she went somewhere with me.
Oh, good for
her. So that was good. Now I keep her quiet for 2 or 3 weeks.
This 2 or 3 weeks, that isn't good for a year?
No. She'll start ragging on me. Yeah, I took her. And I sat with Neil and Wayne and Dominic, all the guys I played cards with. Yeah, Wayne was at the card game, so it was like,
Neil and Wayne?
And Dominic. We sat there and we had a good time.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was nice. And then I left. And then I went home.
I'm sorry, I couldn't be there.
And then I watched a porno movie.
A porno.
With my wife. And then I did her. I was showing her how the Jenna Jameson performs oral sex on men.
Oh, really?
I said, now do exactly what that's going on right there. And then we did it. And it was good, and it felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, listen, let me take a break, and then I'll run this Charles Grodin thing already, because this is crazy. We've been, and at this point, it's almost like ridiculous.
Yeah, we'll have to remind people of what this is all about.
Now, and Gary just gave me this, too. Since Billy Crystal's the host of the Academy Awards, as we leave for commercial, I'll play...
Well, this is, somebody, you were just reading the article that he could get the Academy Award for being a grouch.
Yeah.
Because he has this dark side.
He is dark. Here's Billy Crystal with Stuttering John.
Stuttering John with Billy Crystal.
We celebrate Billy.
Hi, Billy. Please, your question, please.
I'll see you in a little while.
How are you?
Good.
Big fan.
Who are you?
Paul. How's it going?
From where?
From XRK. Are you glad that you're the only guy who can handle the Oscars?
I'm not the only guy who can handle the Oscars.
Well, David didn't do as good job as you, but...
David did great. I love what David did on the show. He was terrific.
He said that like he really meant it.
That was great.
David's great. Don't bother me with this. Don't bother me.
Okay, will there be a Mr. Saturday Night, too?
Yes, there will.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay, how many years were you married before you cheated on your wife?
So you can take this to Howard, right? And you can shove this right up Howard's stupid ass, okay?
You don't like Howard anymore?
No, because Howard dumps on me all the time, and you know, it's not fun when you have a thing like this, okay? Now you do this on a show, and you all laugh and have a good time, but it's not fun, you know?
Well, Billy, we're all big fans of yours.
Yeah, right.
No, really, I'm a big fan of yours.
Then you don't come in and tell the story.
Wow.
Well, I think we got what we needed. Did you get all that? Well, pretty soon we'll get thrown out.
Wasn't that at the premiere of his producer-director debut?
Yeah, that was that Forget Paris.
Yeah, wonderful film. Forget that movie.
Get this interview.
Or was that his basketball movie?
That's the basketball movie.
Oh, that's the one?
Paris.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's the same one.
Same movie?
Yeah.
It's the same movie. It's so bad you have to name it twice.
That's where Billy was a basketball coach.
A referee.
A referee, and then Deborah Winger.
And he goes to Paris and falls in love with Deborah Winger.
Yeah, like, ugh.
You go to Paris to get away from Deborah.
Deborah Winger's a bitch on wheels. That's what I hear.
Police.
Well, I've always thought of her as a funny person, so I put her in a romantic comedy.
Right. Ooh. Deborah Winger.
She's no Meg Ryan.
Oh, yeah, he's like, he has to decide whether to give up his reffing career.
Well, yes, because she wants to live, this jet set life, and he wants her to be the wife of a coach or a referee who's traveling all the time following basketball players.
Cool. I'd rather see a movie about having sex with my sister. Wow.
Thank you very much.
You should do a retard movie.
Those are the kinds that get you Oscar nominations.
Right. You want to win. Be a retard.
A retard or an addict. You're absolutely right.
Right. A retarded addict. That's what I'm going to play in my next film.
That is a must-win.
Right.
Are you really going to Paris?
Give me some acid. Give me that acid. Acid or blue?
Big bag of heroin.
Yeah, big bag of heroin, and I'm acting with my sister. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
We'll be back with the Howard Stern Show. Don't go away.
On the Eagle.
This is the Howard Stern Show.
Hey, Gorillo, how about a bottle of water?
Oh, God.
A judge's decision makes...
This is a guy who killed that kid and ate his penis. He was trying to get released from the mental hospital, but they didn't do it.
The judge's decision is in.
Yeah, judge's decision is in, and oops.
He's going back.
Yeah, there it is. This guy just scared the hell out of me. You should have seen him. There was no way this guy's cured.
What does he look like? Because he sounds...
He looks real old.
He doesn't sound like a cannibal.
He's got a weird speaking voice, as you can hear, but it's even weirder when you see him. And
does he look like that voice, or does he? Does the voice not fit?
What's that voice indicate to you? And I'll tell you.
Like a wimpy kind of.
Yeah. He's taller than you might imagine, and he's got hair, but he's like old and creepy
Is he
looking.
Like one of those faces with all crevices in it?
Yeah. He's creepy looking. I can't quite describe him because he's not all that descript, It's that he's nondescript. He's just not. He looks kind of like Charles Grodin.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm not kidding. Like a creepy guy, like with wig-like hair and stuff. Except I think this guy has his real hair. Kind of like Charles Grodin. Charles Grodin has some messed up things to say about me, man.
Really?
Yeah, he's on a rail. Did you read that?
No, we've been waiting for you.
Wait, you got to hear this guy.
Yeah, you got the 7 pages from Stepping Out.
Yeah, wait a second.
Oh, God.
A judge's decision.
Some guy said, "Take it easy."
Why did he want to get out?
Did you hear him in the...
Feeling so miserable.
I know. Did you hear him in the back? That guy, the reporter goes, "Take it easy, man. Take it easy."
No, don't take it easy.
Hey, we got the cameras rolling. It was great. Well, what happened is the first day,
He said he's not allowed to talk to the reporters, and he's wearing these sunglasses, and he looked real scary.
Yeah.
So then somebody thought that through, and all of a sudden, the next day, he is allowed to talk.
And no sunglasses.
No sunglasses. He gets on camera, and he starts crying how it's hard for him because you got to live with this every day. And it's like, well, kill yourself.
Yeah, go back to the hospital.
Go back
Take
to the
some heavy medication.
You ain't all right, pal. If you're crying that much, man, you need to be in the mental
I
hospital.
bet you 2 hours after he's free, he'll be hunting up another boy.
He's like, hey, I got to live with this every day. Well, what about that kid whose penis you ate and killed?
He has nothing to live with.
Yeah. he's not living every day.
May come tomorrow. From Riverhead, Long Island, Jennifer McLogan, Channel 2 News.
Fentress tells Jennifer McLogan he is not on any medication and that he now believes he is cured and pledges to continue psychiatric treatment if he's released.
That's the funniest part of the whole report. He believes he's cured and he's not on any medication. Well, dude, get on some.
Scary thought.
Yeah, get on some medication, you jerk.
You should almost be in a coma. That's the only way we're going to feel safe.
Yeah, he's pretty funny, though, man. You got to check this guy out. I got it on videotape if you want to see him. Yeah. You want to see what he looks like?
Sure.
I can cue it right up.
Because I really can't put
Scott's got
that
my
whole
videotape.
thing together.
Yeah, Scott's got my videotape. If he brings it in, I can show it to you.
All right.
Show you the Long Island cannibal killer.
He's got some nerve asking to get out.
He's ready.
He'll never be ready. Let me tell
you can't blame the guy. Why not try, you know? What the hell?
Oh, it gives us something to talk about.
Right. Now we know him. We didn't know him before, the Long Island cannibal killer. He was a school teacher. He was a history teacher.
History.
Great time to pick up chicks.
Oh, God.
Hey, where's that coming from?
I got it.
You got that? You can record that and play it back immediately?
Not me. Scott had it down there.
Oh, I see. Wow, that's pretty cool.
He transferred it to you.
Yeah.
Wow.
These guys got a whole thing going on.
Yeah, they're in communication.
Oh, there's the guy. That's him.
Oh, where?
That's him right there.
Yeah.
That's the guy. The judge is pretty scary looking, too.
Yeah, I would be afraid of the judge.
Well, at least he hasn't eaten anybody's penis. Hey, the judge did the right thing, though. Look at him. Who does he look like, Robin?
Looks like a politician.
Yeah, looks like a senator.
Oh, here he goes. This is him crying. Hey, wait.
Oh, he's acting.
I don't know. He's a pretty sick guy.
Oh, God.
A judge's decision may come tomorrow. From Riverhead, Long Island, Jennifer McLogan, Channel 2 News.
There's lawyer.
Lawyers will do anything.
What?
Said lawyers will do anything.
Yeah. He kind of looks like a skinnier Anthony Quinn. You know what I mean? Like that kind of look. Anthony Quinn. That's what I'm going to go with.
Now, you know who that guy who plays Coach on TV?
Oh, Jerry Van Dyke?
No, Jerry Van Dyke is one of the people on the show.
Oh, I don't know who Coach is.
Craig T. Nelson. He looks like Craig T. Nelson.
Oh, yeah? Craig T. Nelson. I like that. Craig T. Nelson.
Yeah, there you go.
He's got to have that T in there. Craig T. Nelson.
Because you might get him mixed up with Craig Nelson.
Yeah.
He's Craig T.
Yeah. This Charles Grodin article is just so insufferably boring long that I can't figure out how to cut it down to make a presentation that people will listen to on the air.
Yeah.
It's just so long. It's Charles Grodin groaning on and on and on about me and how bad a person I am and how he's such a great guy. And,
he's a saint.
And how I say the truth on the air, but I didn't say the truth in my movie for him. But of course he hasn't seen the movie, so how would he know? And then he goes into a laundry list of stuff I've done on the air, and then Chauncey says to him, hey, Charles Grodin, how come, for a guy who claims he never heard Howard Stern, how come you know so much about him? I mean, how do you know all of these bits?
Yeah.
He says, well, people tell me what I need to know. That's always a great.
Why would you want to have people tell you what Howard Stern does?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you listen and form your own opinion?
Or just say, I don't have anything to say because I don't listen.
I know. How can you comment? I never understood guys. This is the worst part of it. It's like I once bagged Kay Gardella on this. How can you review something you haven't seen? How can you review a person's career if you haven't heard it? Ever.
But this is so transparent. All he's doing is trying to make some noise by bashing you and get some ratings.
Well, he says that. He says, my ratings will go up if I keep talking about him. Yeah. And Howard Stern has a lot of ratings. And then he says, then in the next sentence he'll say, well, Howard Stern doesn't have a very big audience. He says the difference between He goes all over the place. It's just a guy who doesn't make any sense.
Mental is the guy from Poughkeepsie.
He's mental. And he's mental because he has like people on the show that are of questionable ethics, like Armstrong Williams, and he doesn't even bring it up.
And then he kisses their butts.
Right. He kisses the butts of a guy who allegedly sexually harassed some young intern. And what's that all about? What's up with that? You know what I mean? Here's a guy who has 3 daughters, and he's helping form a world that his own children will have to live in. Howard has hate speech. He would probably say that it isn't hate speech. But when you spew venom at people like Billy Crystal, Chevy Chase, and Rosie O'Donnell, or whoever, it becomes pure hatred. What he did with Regis Philbin's son, who was also a double amputee, by having a telethon was just hate. Someone gave him that story backwards. I thought what Regis did was pure hate.
Yeah, Regis did nothing compared to what we did.
He goes, I don't get it. So let him speak out about me. As far as I'm concerned, it just makes me more popular with the people who appreciate my point of view. You'll never get ratings.
You're talking to our audience, you idiot.
The only reason I talk out about you, Charles, is because you have no chance of getting an audience. So I feel totally comfortable talking about you. But
I just want to say about that Regis Philbin son thing.
Yeah.
His son called us and thanked us.
Of course.
It wasn't like we were...
Well, Charles, didn't get the right story. He didn't hear it.
Yeah. He could care less what's right. He's just hoping to get somebody to watch that horrible show of his, which it will never happen because the show itself is boring.
And it really is horrible to attack Rosie O'Donnell and Chevy Chase and Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
Who should you attack?
That's a terrible thing.
Homeless people?
Yeah. How can you attack Billy Crystal? How can you attack Rosie O'Donnell?
Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase is such a wonderful man. How could somebody attack him? How could you attack Chevy Chase? I didn't attack Chevy Chase. I said Chevy Chase is humorless. That's all.
Chevy Chase attacked first.
Right. Yeah, he was
They
all over.
all did.
He was all over TV, bad-mouthing me. Why can't I just attack back? I'm not allowed.
No, whatever people say about you is valid.
Right. And whatever I say about them is just vicious and not true.
Now you're being hateful.
Yeah.
Answering back.
Let's see what else he has to say about me. Why don't your peers, this is Chauncey, why don't your peers speak out on national television against Howard Stern the way you do? He says, I guess nobody wants to be attacked by Howard Stern.
He's brave.
Yeah, and then he talks about gorilla chasing him with a microphone.
Yeah?
I think it's against the law. I think it's against the law what he's doing. In fact, I think it's called disorderly conduct or battery. You just can't run up to somebody and start verbally assaulting them. Confusing the law again. Yeah, you can't walk up to a guy in the street and say, I'm going to kill you. But you can walk up to a celebrity and ask him questions.
Especially when he's attending a public event where the press has been invited.
It was the first time that ever happened to me. The incident really taught me a lot about myself. Keep in mind, when I was a teenager, 900 years ago.
He can remember back then?
Yeah. I could get, when he had hair, I could get into lots of fist fights. I come from a somewhat rough background.
Oh, my.
He's another tough guy.
He pulled his hair out.
Yeah. The bullies pulled his hair out. That's how he lost his hair. Even though those days are long behind me, the instinct is still there. The kid from the Stern Show who was coming after me was very small and scared, frankly. He was scared of Charles Grodin. Gorilla would kill him.
Yeah, because he's so massive.
Yeah. Both you and Howard Stern obviously have a lot to say about each other. It just makes sense that you should have Howard on as a guest. I don't think he would seriously want to talk about what he talks about. He was on my friend Phil Donahue's show, and all he did was run around the studio trying to kiss him. I don't do that. Yeah, we know you don't do that. We know you have a boring show that doesn't get any ratings.
There's no audience for you to run around.
I don't want my show to turn into that kind of circus. Oh, you mean you mean a show that gets ratings? He doesn't actually want to talk about the damage of toxic speech and what it does to people. Oh, hey, Charles, I'll come on and talk about it. You know what? I've banned myself from doing TV for the next 3 years because I did so much movie promotion. But I'll go on your show because I will sit down and within 5 minutes I'll yank your wig right off your head. How do you like that? That's why you won't have me on, because I'll expose your head and let it shine. I will let your head shine.
You will air it out.
I will air it out.
He'd get ratings for that.
And Chauncey keeps egging him on. He goes, what does this all tell you about America and what it wants in terms of entertainment? It has become a meaner country, Chauncey. It's not good for anyone as far as I'm concerned. In some cases, the kind of toxic talk that Howard Stern does can even lead to the blowing up of the Oklahoma Federal Building.
Oh, yeah.
You take this to its furthest extreme, and you don't know who you're talking to. You can really incite people against the government. I understand Timothy McVeigh was reading something called the Turner Diaries when they arrested him, if he in fact did it. What is the Turner Diaries?
Have nothing to do with you.
This isn't as innocuous as it seems. The benefit for Howard is that he makes a lot of money. A lot of people are angry at the government, or he's so boring that I hate reading this crap on the air. But
you're not angry at the government.
I know. Well, he says there are people out there who are angry at the government, so therefore I make them angry at the government. I don't know what his point. Don't ask me to explain his point. I mean, that's not fair. I have no idea what this guy's talking about. He says, I get really upset when Howard vents. This is a guy who never listened to me. Listen to this. Who vents hate against Kathy Lee Gifford, who probably does talk about her children more than some people would like, but also raises millions of dollars to help children, which is a lot more than Howard Stern would do. Look at somebody like Don Imus, who is funny and frankly I think offensive too, but Don Imus comes so overwhelmingly from a good place to help people and has a proper cynicism. Didn't he used to hate Don Imus and now he likes him?
He used to lump Don with you.
Yeah,
Don.
Imus. Yeah, I think Don, but I think Don started liking Charles.
Yeah, he kissed a little butt, so Charles is okay with him.
Yeah. I never pick up a hateful spirit from Imus. Oh, no, huh? Yeah. Maybe not on the air, you don't. Howard, on the other hand, just seems to be hateful.
You know, you've never been a black secretary and works right.
Yeah, exactly. Howard, on the other hand, just seems to be hateful.
Right.
Yeah, he hasn't heard the show, but I seem to be hateful. I don't think it's in his interest or his listeners' interest. I mean, if you really live in that kind of world where you just get in touch with all the things that you hate and then express it, you aren't going to feel that great. He just sits in his basement a lot, and I understand from people who know him that he doesn't have any friends and that he's very unhappy. Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm a lot happier than you are. A lot of that is because he spends so much time ripping people, and the people he rips are people like Johnny Carson and Rosie O'Donnell, who happen to be great entertainers. I mean, of all people to rip. Yeah. What an idiot. What a dummy. Then he makes up a total story here, a cock and bull story. People have told me Howard Stern has a whole different persona off the air. I know that he approached my friend Herb Gardner. Who is Herb Gardner? I know that he approached my friend Herb Gardner, who wrote 1,000 Clowns. They work in the same building, and he told Herb that he was such a big admirer
of
Herb's that I met some guy named Herb Gardner and told him I'm an admirer. What is 1,000 Clowns? Who is Herb Gardner? And what is Charles Grodin talking about? I tell you, that wig glue is going into his brain. And Herb turned to Howard Stern and said, I'm sorry that I've had such a positive effect on somebody that I don't approve of at all. Yeah, that happened. Where's Herb Gardner? Who is Herb Gardner? And why is Charles Grodin making up stories?
Obviously, Charles Grodin has friends who make up stories.
Yeah, right. Yes, I met Howard Stern. And I wrote 1,000 Clowns, and Howard Stern loves 1,000. What is 1,000 Clowns? I never even heard of it.
I think it was some movie with Jason Robards.
I've never even seen it.
It's like from the 60s.
Wasn't it a play?
Beats me.
Probably.
I don't know who Herb Gardner is. And if Herb Gardner's running around with some cockamamie story that I somehow met him and complimented him, he's insane. What?
1,000 Clowns is like this weird movie with Jason Robards and this little kid, and it's got to be from like 1961 or 62, and I doubt you've ever even seen it.
I haven't.
It's never on TV. It's never on cable.
And I've certainly never met Herb Gardner, and if he works in my building, I don't know what he's doing.
I saw it in a film class in college. I think it's the only place I've ever seen it.
Yeah, maybe he ought to write a new movie. Then I can compliment. Herb Gardner walked up to me and said, I'm sorry I'm having such a positive effect on somebody I don't admire or approve of at all.
Has anybody ever said that to you?
No, never.
Because I thought maybe some stranger said it.
Well, Charles Grodin's a liar. Charles Grodin's a liar.
Well, I don't know. Herb Gardner might have said this to him.
And then Charles Grodin compares me to Hitler and says that he could be charming with women and children and loved animals. I'm sure Saddam Hussein has a nicer side to him as well.
Ugh.
That's nice. To all the people who died at the hands of Saddam Hussein, Charles Grodin would compare me to him. Charles Grodin is a freak.
How many people have you killed?
None. Zero. Zero. I'll tell you how many people Charles Grodin's killed. Millions with boredom. Charles Grodin seems to be like Larry King and make up Sandy Koufax stories. Instead, he makes up Herb Gardner stories.
At least somebody we know.
Yeah, at least pick somebody we know.
Well, it's more believable when nobody knows the person you're talking to.
Yeah, he made up a whole total story. What a BS artist. And then he ends up by saying, I don't really have any ill feeling toward Howard at all. Of course not. All I'd have to do is say one nice word about him. He'd be kissing my ass in 2 seconds. If anything, I feel sorry for Howard that he's sitting in the basement, especially since he probably has a lot of ability and doesn't have to take his show to the degree that he takes it. He's sitting in his basement. Like, I'm not doing that by choice.
Where's he?
Yeah. Where's he sitting? With a young wife who doesn't love him?
And the
8-year-old?
young child?
Yeah. Who's got a father who's 900 years old?
He's scaring that poor boy?
Yeah. Scaring him out of his mind. Sitting and lecturing him on the hatefulness of the world. God, imagine being his kid getting bored to death. Eesh.
Dad was a barrel of laughs.
Yeah. Oof. Unbelievable. Hey, you're on the air. This is,
I'm on the air.
I don't know who it is.
How come I get no air?
This is Danny. Yes, Danny, what can I do for you?
Yeah, Howard, hi, how you doing? Tell me, how come I'm on the air and I get no air?
All right, thanks for the, forget, you're also effing off the air. How's that, you idiot? Guy, I had to bleep him. He used the
Why
F
do
word.
people insist on calling us when they're high?
I don't know. He goes, I'm so effing high, but he used the F word. And it's like, hey, dude, give me a break, huh? Got enough problems. And then the show sucks because I got to hit the delay button and the whole thing.
Nobody knows what happened.
Yeah. Dude, have a little respect for the show, I'm doing my job. I don't go to your job and ruin your show. All right? Don't come to my job and ruin my day. Hey, Howard, how come I can't hear myself on the radio?
How come I got no air?
Yeah, how come I'm on the air but I don't got no air? I'm a dick. I'm a stupid ass. You dummy. I mean, how bright do you have to be? You guys calling from L.A.? We've been on in L.A. for like 12 years.
Well, he got high and he forgot it.
Yeah. Guy comes to my job and ruins it. I don't go to your job and steal your squeegee. Okay?
Of course, I do want to know what he was high on.
Well, we'll never know. Jim, you're on the air. Oh, wait a second. I'd have to put up the switch. Hey, Jim, you're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. First of all, I'd like to say good morning to Dr. Eric and Mr. Fred.
All right, thanks for the call.
My question is, as a kid growing up...
Is that supposed to be funny, Dr. Eric and Mr. Fred? I don't get it. What's the joke? Oh, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
But it still wasn't funny.
No, I'm saying, Fred, Eric.
Yeah, I know, but...
So what? What was the point?
I think this guy... You're not Mitch Fatal, are you? The comedy...
The comedy stylist.
Actually, he's my dad.
Mitch Fatal?
Who are you?
No, I'm Jim. Okay.
All right.
My question is, as a kid growing up, who did you look up to as a role model or...
No one.
Who are you asking, Fred or Eric?
No, Howard.
Oh, me?
Yeah, who did you look up to as a hero?
A hero.
Was your dad a hero?
My dad was a hero. How's that?
Huh?
My dad was a hero.
Shut down!
I had no heroes.
Wow.
I never got into hero worship. I'm not like the Hail Bob group.
Something just happened now. It's going a lot louder.
What?
What? What'd you say? Hello? What?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
It's like we're on a different call already.
Are you on a different call?
Hey, Howard.
Who's this?
This is Josh.
How did we lose the other guy?
Where's the other guy?
I have no clue, man. I'm just glad you did lose him.
Wow.
I just got a couple quick questions for you guys.
That was weird.
Wow.
Maybe I hit the button by accident? I must have.
I just got a couple quick questions for you, if you don't
How
mind.
that happened? Jeez.
I just wanted to find out.
I had no heroes growing up. I can't, I'm not like these Hail Bob guys who...
Not even a teacher? Nobody impressed you?
No, certainly not a teacher.
Nobody in your community?
Maybe like, I don't know, like the Beatles or something. I don't know. The Animals. They were cool. Some of the rock groups I liked.
You cried when Cream broke up.
Yeah, Cream was my hero. Friggin' Eric Clapton and that other guy, the bass player.
What's his name? Jack Bruce.
Yeah, he could play chords on the bass. That really freaked me out. That was my hero, Jack Bruce.
And Leslie West.
And Ginger Baker.
From Mountain.
Yeah.
Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Howard.
You know who I kind of worship was the mailman, because he looked kind of happy. So I kind of worshipped him.
There was no guy in your neighborhood who...
I kind of looked up to this guy, Howard Carger, who taught me about sex.
Yeah.
He let me smell his hand.
There you go.
Yeah. He was an older guy. He's my friend Robert's brother.
Yeah.
And he was about 4 years older than me, or 3 years older than me, actually. And he had gotten to third base with a girl, this teenage. He was in high school. And he let me smell his hand after he got back from a date.
All right.
Well, actually, he didn't let me. I just grabbed his hand and smelled it.
Oh, you're kidding. You didn't even offer.
No. And it smelled good. Actually, it didn't smell good.
You don't know what you're smelling.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Howard, can I ask you a question?
All I know is I got hooked. I got hooked on women after that. I had to dip my fingers somewhere.
You wanted to get that smell on you.
Yeah, I wanted to get that smell on me, that musky odor. That forbidden scent.
Howard, can I ask you a quick question real quick?
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if you guys knew when Fiona Apple was going to be on the E! Show. She is so incredible, man.
Yeah, I have no heroes. So, I don't know when Fiona Apple's going to be on, man.
No.
I mean, it'll be soon.
Yeah.
I was watching it back in the control room the other day. I was checking, not her, but checking my camera angles, making sure I'm as handsome as possible. Maximum handsomeness. That's what I want on the show.
How good did she look?
How good did she look?
Yeah.
She looked great.
How old are you?
How old are you?
19.
Yeah, so is she.
Yeah, I know.
She's hot, man. That's perfect age for
She
me.
doesn't like her age, though. She likes older guys.
Yeah, she thinks older guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more quick question. I just wanted to know where you got the beginning music for the intro.
Where we got it from?
Yeah, because I just
Fred got that. Where do we get that, Fred?
That's a thing called Tilt-A-Whirl from Jimmy Vaughn.
Jimmy Vaughn.
How long have you guys been using that for?
A year, 2 years.
More than 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he's talking
94.
about.
The song we play in the beginning of the show.
That dun dun dun.
Yeah, I love
that.
that.
Okay.
It's Jimmy Vaughn.
Huh.
All right, thanks.
I also would like to say that I think Fred and Jackie are amazing.
Well, that's your opinion. No time for that. All right, I got to take a break.
Man who's impressed by Fred and Jackie.
Yeah.
He has heroes.
Well, there you go. That's his hero growing up.
Jackie, you're somebody's hero.
Fred and Jackie. There you go. Yeah, anybody could drink that much and still show up for his job every day is a guy you should admire.
Tough today.
That's right. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
More to come when the Howard Stern Show returns in a moment. 97.1 The Eagle.
Hey, Beavis. You know that Howard Stern dude?
Yeah. I mean, no.
Yeah, you do. You're that dude who's like really tall, but he's got like a really tiny wiener.
Oh, yeah. You know that show about big thingies and butts and choking his chicken?
Yeah.
He's old. He had a small penis.
We should like call him up and say, "You've got a small wiener."
Yeah. You're old.
It's the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah. Beavis and Butthead action. As a matter of fact, fans of Beavis and Butthead, Mike Judge is going to stop by in a couple of days. Yeah. And didn't Gorilla once write a script for Beavis and Butthead or something?
Yes, he did.
we should.
Actually, it was The Simpsons.
Oh, too bad. Too bad, because I thought it would be a pretty cool idea to have Gorilla ask Mike Judge if he'd do the Beavis and Butthead script.
Maybe he could write a script for Beavis and Butthead.
Maybe he should. Maybe that'd be his big break.
Could rewrite it.
Since he's writing scripts anyway.
Gorilla, did you ever write a script? Didn't you tell me you wrote not only Homer Simpson, but you did have an idea for a Beavis and Butthead? I know that.
Not at all.
No?
I could, though. I could try if you
Well,
want.
I don't want you to. I was just trying to help you out. That's all. I know you're a cartoon writer, or an aspiring one. And
well, you write for cartoon situation comedies.
Right.
Well, I've toyed with the idea, but I've never really
toyed with every idea.
I toyed with the idea.
He had a writing partner, remember?
Yeah. What happened to your writing partner?
We just
broke up.
It not even broke up. It's like something that we just tried and just realized that we're better off just being just cool friends and hanging out than sitting down and trying to put things together.
Right.
Well, it was really funny at the time because he said, me and my partner, we came up with this great script for The Simpsons.
Right. My partner.
I write with Julie, my girlfriend.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
What have you been working on?
Creating
We're trying to write a screenplay.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
What's the premise?
Premise is they got to find some paper to write it on.
It's the whole movie. We're just running around looking for a piece of paper.
Yeah.
No, about like my high school wrestling team.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that sounds fascinating.
Well, that was a great team.
Yeah.
No, we were
legendary.
We were actually pretty bad. It's funny because we're all a bunch of city kids and like this pristine like high school, because we were in a Catholic high school and we were a bunch of thieves. Like the coach.
How did the word pristine get in there? Where was that going? That thought.
Right? It was a Catholic high school league, so it was kind of like all these like Catholic high school kids that were like from really rich white neighborhoods, and then we were like, in my high school was in like a really, really bad neighborhood, and we got like all these like derelicts that went to my school, and we basically stole everything from all the tournaments and all the other wrestling teams.
Wow, what a story! Hey, let me picture the movie. So in other words, you guys steal in the first scene some things.
No, it's not like that.
Oh, you said that you.
I've got a vision, man. I'm telling you.
You said something about stealing. I don't know. I don't know what that was. What did you understand the movie?
No.
I'm just. But
it's about a pristine stealing things.
We wound up in this pristine. Scratch that. We were.
I want to sit in.
Kids.
I want to sit in on the pitch meeting.
Scratch that. We were.
This is Dory.
Street kids.
Julie and I wrote this screenplay about this Dory.
We didn't write it yet.
We're working on it.
How come he never gets down to writing?
Well, no, I do. We have about 15 pages.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'd like to read that sometime.
It's called Singlet.
It's called.
Or is it Slinglet?
It's gold. It's gold.
Where?
It's gold. You see, it's about this wrestling team.
And it's
called
bald
my high school
15-year-old
wrestling team.
Was actually pretty bad, but we was in a pristine
environment,
and then, well, like we were bad. We stole these things from these kids who were bad.
No. We were bad, and they were good.
Were you bad or were they good?
But they were bad.
I mean, what was it again? You were bad or good?
We were like the. I guess the underdogs of the league. We were like the lowest team there, and
right.
We had it was just a bunch of like different characters in the team. It was like a lot of fun.
Well, what's the point of the movie, though?
The point of the movie is there's a lot of like different themes that all come together. You know what I'm saying?
There's one guy who's bald and he's only 18 years old.
Hey, I didn't start until I was 19. All right.
He gets into a full Nelson. He loses 3/4 of his hair.
I don't understand though. It's about I'm not busting your balls.
Okay.
It's about a
wrestling team.
And the wrestling team is bad, and they come from a Catholic school background.
Yeah.
But the Catholic school is a good school.
No, it's not a good.
It's a bad.
It's the worst school in the entire.
Oh, it's the worst
Catholic school system.
Okay, it's the worst school, meaning the kids are tough.
Yeah, the kids are tough, and like all the other schools are like a lot better. Like you make fun of me for going to Hunter College because it's a really bad school.
Hunter.
Okay,
right.
It's the same thing as that. Like out of all the Catholic schools, it's probably the worst Catholic school.
So I know it's for dumb kids.
Dumb kids or kids.
When you say it's a bad school, I'm trying to get you to elaborate. In other words, it's a bad school because you are bad students, or because you guys are tough guys and you're making it rough for the nuns.
It's not even nuns. It's just like, I guess, not stupid, but it's just like, it was a good school at one time, and it deteriorated to what
identify bad school.
I'm trying to, like, get it out.
You say it's a bad...
You're being a hostile witness.
You say it's a bad school. What do you mean by bad? Bad academically or bad because of the neighborhood?
Both. Academically and because of the neighborhood.
Okay, so it's like it's a sir with love.
Put it this way, they whisked me right through 4 years of high school.
They whisked you right through there. Whisked you.
I said whisked.
All right, they whisked you through.
Yes.
How many years did you say they whisked you through 4 years of high school, so they must have graduated you in 2?
No, all 4 years I went through.
So it took you 4 years to graduate.
But I'm just saying.
So you would call that whisk.
Yeah, well,
as opposed to a 4-year college, it takes 8 years.
Yeah, he's struggling in college.
He's struggling.
Didn't whisk through that.
Why don't they whisk you through that? All right, so you're in a bad school and you're in a bad neighborhood.
And you're whisking.
You're amazing.
No, I just want to understand the movie.
Okay.
And they whisk you through this school because they let you graduate on time. Something you're not used to.
Exactly.
All right, and then you have this bad wrestling team.
Yeah, well, it starts out where we have this coach that's really bad.
Right.
And the coach, like, not a serious thing at all. And then one of the coaches get fired, and then we have a new coach that comes in, like an assistant coach, who's like, probably like Hitler. Okay, he's like really tough.
Tough guy.
He turns the team into like a really good team.
Good
but at the same time, he's just as bad as all the other. Like he He's young. It's so hard to explain. He like lets us do what we want.
On these 15 pages?
No, it's not like this.
Do you think there's an outline, or do you think they just started writing?
No.
Oh, there is an outline.
It's an outline.
It's a scene outline, yes.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's like... he lets us do what he wants. In fact, like, the school's so poor that he says, okay, when we go to tournaments, he's like, okay, we need a medical kit, we need some mat tape, we need a couple of timers, and he tells us to go and steal stuff, and we kind of like go and do it. And
I see. So you steal the timers and the mats because you're too poor to have anything. So
Well,
steal. So instead of stealing drugs or food or anything, you steal wrestling equipment.
Yeah.
Right. We steal for good.
We stole
like Robin Hood.
We stole.
We steal for good.
We went upstate.
We steal for good.
Well, it used to be at the end.
What was that? Where's it going? It's going nowhere. Where do you think it's going?
It's like Schindler's List with sneakers.
You know, so we don't have a redeeming code who turns you guys around. We have a code who makes you better wrestlers, but he's helping you to steal equipment.
Where's the movie going?
Yeah, where do we go?
And then, so, in other words, he's bad because he's teaching you to steal.
But we're stealing for good.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so, he's good.
Like a Robin Hood kind of
So he is good. He's like your Robin Hood.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Yeah. I see. And then what happens? Do you fall in love with somebody?
No, it's just it's
bag. What do you?
It develops into like how we all become like a really good team. And
well, you're not going to believe this. Gorillo just doing this small pitch. A famous actor is called up and wants to get involved in the film.
Who is it?
Daniel Baldwin.
Wow.
I'm not kidding. Is this Daniel?
Yeah.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey, what's happening, man?
What's going on, dude?
Daniel Baldwin comes from a very famous acting family. Daniel Baldwin's done a list of various films and TV work. You hear this and you see something in this?
You remember that Billy, Steven, and I were all wrestlers in high school.
Yes.
So I hear this idea, and I think to myself, let me put on a singlet. Let me go in and steal things from people at Catholic school.
All right, so you would like to be the Gorillo character.
You see this as a vehicle for the Baldwin brothers.
I should play Gorillo.
Is it fair to say that you are attaching yourself to this project?
I think it is fair to say that because of the amazing magnitude of the Howard Stern show and the offspring that have come from it, I'm sure that we're going to be able to get probably Betty Thomas and Ivan Reitman to back Gorillo up on this too. Now,
right?
What do you call this, Gorillo?
It's untitled.
So that Danny can tell people what project he's attached to.
Why don't you call it Sling Blade?
There you go.
There's a good title. Why not? There's nothing wrong with using it.
Copyrighted title, right?
How about Catholic Man Boy?
Wow. Now that sounds like a porno film. This is a serious movie.
Oh, okay, sorry.
All right, so this is exciting news. Daniel Baldwin, the famous actor star, has attached himself to the Steve Grillo project. Wow. And has offered to play Steve Grillo.
Wow.
And
I would do it for no less than playing Steve Grillo.
Just so Daniel knows the outcome and things. I don't want you to give away the end of your story, but you're saying just so he knows, even though I know in Hollywood deals are made on less information than this, as you can see, Daniel immediately picked up on this. He understands a good premise when he hears one. By the way, this just in, Daniel Baldwin's family just disowned him. Just based on this project alone.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, but seriously, just so Daniel knows where he's going, where does the Steve Gorillo character end up in all of this?
He ends up becoming a really good wrestler, dedicated, and He learns a lot.
He doesn't get it.
What
happens to these guys after high school?
After high school? No, it's just 1 year of high school.
So the whole movie takes place over 1 year.
It takes place, I guess, it would revolve around my freshman year of high school.
Exposition is very quick.
Right. All right. So, and then...
So you mean the ending that I got was Jackie, Fred, and Steve... let me read this to you. Jackie, Fred, and Steve end up with young boy in crack house, it says here.
Hey, Daniel, no offense, but Steve isn't looking for you to become the kind of celebrity that gets involved in the riding aspect of it.
Changing the character.
He doesn't want one word of this change.
Don't ruin my vision, okay?
You know what I'd like to do? After Gorilla finishes the script, I'd like to call in people like Daniel Baldwin.
And have
a
a reading.
reading.
Yeah.
Let's have a table reading.
A table reading.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Let's do it during... Let's do it at Scores.
Where are you, man? You in New York or Los Angeles?
No, I'm in L.A., man. It's 3 hours earlier right now. The baby I just got the baby back down.
All right. Listen, I know you're excited about hooking up with this Grillo project.
Yeah, listen, man. Hey, Grillo, do me a favor. When you get done taking the garbage out and getting Howard sandwich, write a couple more pages and send them to me.
Okay, man. They're in the mail. All right, take care.
See you next
movie. How exciting. Daniel Baldwin has attached himself to Steve's project.
How come I get the lowest of all the Baldwin brothers?
Oh, what a terrible thing to say. What are you talking about?
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
He's got the worst of all the interns.
Right.
See? So we're a team.
Well, there you go. It's the guy biting the hand that feeds him.
Well, that's what the movie's going to be like.
Right. Hey, how come I got the worst Daniel Baldwin brother?
I got a rotten Baldwin.
I got him rotten Baldwin. I want the other one.
Well, from that description, you're lucky to get any Baldwin.
I can't believe any Baldwin called you. I'm surprised Danny Baldwin's mother didn't call him and yell at you. Unbelievable.
So 1 year high school, and then what does it say at the end? What happened?
I don't know. We really didn't get to the end. We got to like, I just have like.
You got a premise.
I got a premise, and we've been just sort of like.
A wrestling team with a bad coach.
A good coach.
A good coach who
A
gets
good coach, bad coach.
Yeah.
Right. Good coach, bad coach.
A lot of funny things happened to me over the 4 years I wrestled.
Oh, I bet. I bet. Most of them with your hair.
No, my hair was fine. I actually had good hair in high school.
You should name it Gone With My Hair. Or something like that.
Well, there was the movie Hair. This is No Hair.
Yeah,
no hair. No hair.
Free hair.
No hair. All right, very good. Thanks, Steve. That's interesting. Well, why don't you write a script for Mike Judge if he's coming in a couple of days?
Sure.
See how it goes.
When's he coming in?
Were you going to write that with Julie, your girlfriend?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
She's good.
Yeah, evidently.
Beavis and Butthead wrestle.
Why don't you make it about wrestlers who meet Beavis and Butthead?
There you go.
There you go. There's something you know about.
Beavis and Butthead join the wrestling team.
Yeah. Go ahead. Write it up.
I will.
All right. Get to work. Don't sit here.
All of his movies revolve around wrestling.
Wrestling. Because that's the only thing I know. The only subject I have.
Me and Julie.
I wrestle with the English language every day.
Me and Julie are writing.
You know he's writing with his girlfriend.
He's a chauvinist. He writes and then takes a break to fetch you water.
Right.
Spielberg started this way.
It's like Danny Baldwin said, yeah, go fetch some water and write me a few more pages.
Garbage. Write me a few more pages.
After you're done getting Howard Sandwich, write me a few more pages.
That's a great line.
I love that guy.
Where is this scene going? Oops, I got to get a sandwich.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. More after this. 97.1, The Eagle. This is...
What'd you say your name was again?
The Howard Stern Show.
Who's picking this music? Who picked this one?
Scott on this.
Scott picked this? Yeah, it was Scott. Scott doesn't get it.
Let him use that at his party.
Yeah, I'm playing that at his disco parties. Scott. Oh, man. This music is not rocking. It's just not rocking. Who is that?
No FX.
No FX? Man. Man, no talent. That's the name of that band. No FX. No offense, man. It's just not rocking. Scott, please don't.
Every time you pick one, it's bad.
I thought Ralph was picking him. Is he not doing his job?
I'm not sure what Ralph's involvement is at this point anymore.
Well, maybe someone else ought to pick it. Stuttering John have any taste in music?
Sometimes.
Well, I mean, you want me to do it? John, you know how to pick music? Seriously.
I can pick you the good stuff that we play, you know.
Not that we play even. I'll do it myself.
Never mind.
Like everything else, I'll just do it myself.
If I hear something good, I'll
yeah, thank you.
Why, you don't want something that we play?
All right, get out of here.
All right.
I'll handle it. I was trying to listen to John's show the other day. I couldn't handle it.
What is his problem?
I don't know. He has a radio show on after mine here in New York. I don't know what he does. He's on the air yelling at the listeners on the phone and calling them rat bastards, and it's kind of like.
In fact, I've heard the show a lot lately.
Yeah, me too.
And he seems to just curse, and he thinks that's comedy.
Yeah, I know. He's cursing every minute. He's like goddamn rat bastards and
the F word all the time being bleeped.
Yeah. He goes, hey, stop, and bleep. I don't know what he's doing. But it's kind of, I think, supposed to be like me, like when I yell at a listener, but he does it. He seems to get pissed off at him for no reason. He seems to just want to provoke them.
See, it's always funnier to me when the audience is yelling at John. They usually are making a point.
Yeah.
No, but it was like, and this one guy was like, "Hey, John, man, lighten up." And John was just like, you know, and he started screaming at him, "Your mother is a whore or something."
What?
I don't know. You got to listen to it.
I heard him the other day, and he had this guy on, and the guy called. I think he won some kind of a contest. You know, he ran a contest.
Yeah, he won an Apple contest.
And so John said, "Sir, I really can't hear you. Could you speak up?" So the guy talks louder. He says, "No, I still can't hear you. Are you on a cell phone?" And the guy says, "Yeah." And he says, "Well, could you, maybe if you speak in a lower voice, I'll be able to hear." So the guy speaks lower and and deepening his voice and deepening. And John thought that was really funny. You know, he just playing with the guy, and then he says, "Now, sir, would you write me a check for $5,000? Seems like you'll do anything."
Oh, I see. A little punchline.
Right.
Yeah, I don't. You know.
That was a long way for me to go for no laugh at all.
I don't know. He yells at a lot of the callers though, but he yells for no reason, and starts screaming dirty words at him, like bastard. He uses bastard a lot.
Well, he doesn't know any other words.
Yeah.
I don't think.
What's going on in your show, man? I mean, I'm trying to hear some music. No offense.
All right, talk for 2 minutes.
I know, it just seems so long though.
Because it's me. You don't like me, so you don't.
No, I like you. You're a good guy. I don't understand why. It sounds like you're trying to sort of be like this mean. Like
no,
I think you're trying to take a certain element of what I do.
No, that's not true. You
know, no offense.
It's so hard to do anything that's not going to do what you do. So but I really don't consciously try and do what you do.
No, I'm not. Believe me, you're not doing what I do.
I'm saying I don't consciously say, let me,
Why can't you just kind of get on and then play the music?
And why do you listen? A lot of people.
Why do you have to say?
No. A guy called me up and called me a schmuck, a stuttering schmuck a few times. Right. And then I defended myself like any normal human being would do. I mean, if you know.
It just was like a lot of like, "Hey, you rap it," and the guy was obviously kidding with you. That's the one you're talking about. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what. No, I didn't know he was kidding until the end.
Oh, come on. I was obviously just kidding around with you. You could have lightened up.
Yeah, but then I was kidding with him. It wasn't serious.
Oh, really? It just was.
At first, I thought he was. When he was calling me a schmuck, I got pissed off.
John has his bits and calls on tape. I should play some of them.
Yeah, I mean, you really should get them.
I got to get the one where he was yelling at this guy. Do you have that on tape? Let me.
I don't personally have them. I can see if I have them. It
says here on my computer, John has his bits and calls on tape.
Yeah, they're on cassette, but I bring them home every day.
Oh, you air check this?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I don't know, man. It's just like...
Because you really ought to run through a few of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're amazing.
Hey, why don't you bring your tapes in? We want to run through some of your bits. I want to critique it. No, I just said like I'm at the gym and I'm trying to exercise, and then you come on.
Because what I do is I listen and I hear beep, beep. I go, oh, John's doing another bit.
Right.
Beep. That's what you hear. Beep.
What are you trying to do? You trying to beep out the F word?
Yeah, I bleep out some of the F words.
I did that for a while.
See, I don't know that. I mean,
you didn't know that?
I mean, how would I know? I
kind of grew tired of it.
I'm sure I will after a while.
Like you do it once or twice and it's enough. I think people get the idea.
Yeah, I don't do it all the time.
You did it as many times as Howard did it in one phone call.
Right.
Maybe.
Because you can tell he's like impressed he had a new idea. Yeah. But that's all right.
Hey, it's just
you were yelling at this guy for like 12 minutes, it seemed like.
It was pretty funny.
Was it really?
I thought it was.
All right. Maybe it rubbed me the wrong way.
I think whatever I do is going to rub you the wrong way.
No. I don't get it. You know what I mean?
Well, I heard the one talk lower, talk lower, talk lower. That
was funny.
Irritated me.
Oh, that was funny. The guy was going, yes, please play. And it was funny.
It wasn't funny.
So what is your shtick? Like you get like guys on the phone and goof on them? Because that's what I mostly hear. Like you get a lot of people.
Sometimes people call and be obnoxious, and I be obnoxious back. And sometimes people call.
You know what the really bad one is?
Right.
Where he pretends to be a priest.
Oh.
And, people will call in to make a phone request for a song.
Yeah.
And he'll go, yes, you have...
the religious network.
Let me hear that voice.
The religious network.
Yes, how can I help you?
Oh, yes,
how you doing?
Oh, I didn't know you did that. I never heard that one.
Oh, man, that's a really
Yeah, this is a Reverend Alderman. Can I please help you? Experiencing any bestiality or anything like that?
Something like that.
Really? Well, I didn't realize you were doing stuff like that. That's funny.
You know what?
That's why I said you got to get a hold of
it's good stuff, but anything for you is bad.
Devastating.
No.
You're an old woman. You're 48. What do you know about that?
Daniel Baldwin's, you think it's an age thing?
Yeah, she's 48. She's freaking over the edge there.
You know what? A lot of young people
showing off our living room in People magazine.
Gotten to me.
A lot of young people get his humor.
Yeah, exactly. I'm Generation X.
You sure are.
Generation no humor is what you are.
Yeah, okay. Whatever you say, Robbie.
Daniel Baldwin's on the phone. He wants to know if you're writing anything.
Yeah, okay.
He wants to get in on that.
Yes, can I help you?
Look at you.
Yes, can I help you?
You like some of my bits. You even said it on the air.
Yeah, but I never told you I like that one. And you said that way too much.
I do it once.
I think they should limit you to one bit. Because I don't know, man. I tune in for about an hour a day, and I end up hearing 20 bits.
No.
I'm telling you, every other time.
I talk. I'm on 3 times an hour.
Why 3 though? Why not just once?
then just have a robot in there.
Well, no, I mean you could be a little personality, but we got to do all long bits.
They're not long.
Really? They seem long.
And then the other thing that's really bad is when he starts trying to talk like a real person.
Right. He's supposed to get real with the audience.
And he's like, yeah, my baby's got diaper rash.
I know, yeah.
No, you were in there for that.
That's funny.
You were in there for that.
No, you were talking about that yesterday on the radio.
No, I was talking about my wedding.
I wish he would just...
That he's planning his wedding, and it's already $15,000 he's spending on his wedding.
Wow.
It's costing me a fortune.
It's great to hear that stuff.
Hey, you know, Howard,
telethon, Howard.
Whatever you say.
Telethon.
I had Jackie's wife once. She played the music.
Oh, yeah? Great. All right, thanks, man. I just was wondering what you're up to, that's all.
Yeah, I'm trying to,
Hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, John is a stuttering schmuck. All he does is talk about your show all through his show.
I don't talk about your show.
What?
I talk about Howard's show.
If you weren't with Howard, you wouldn't have nothing to talk about all day, schmuck.
Yeah. See, this is the type of thing, This is where we get into this guy. This is the same guy, right?
What?
He's the guy who thought it's the same guy. See, so how would you respond to a guy calling you? All right, maybe I
I'm the same guy 5 minutes ago who told you were good, you schmuck.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Hey, Mello's Larry Green is funnier than you idiot.
There you go, jackass.
Hey, listen, John.
Yeah.
I just asked you one favor. I didn't want play-by-play of Robin and Dominic's basketball game, which you decided to do anyway.
I didn't do that.
You didn't?
Not on the air.
Well,
no.
I asked you not to, and
I didn't
you did
do
it
that.
anyway.
I didn't do that.
Well,
Come on, say the F word.
Yeah,
but do it like how you do it on the air. Yell at the guy.
I can't say the F word.
Oh, you can't go like, hey, you.
Be on tape, and then I go, shut up, like that, but I can't.
Go ahead. That's the funny.
No, but
do that now.
I can't do. I really would just curse and then just
shut
later.
Up.
Do it the
Shut
Reverend voice.
That isn't what. But that's what.
Do the Reverend to him.
Yeah, do the Reverend.
Do the Reverend voice.
It's done when people don't know it's me.
Okay.
The funny thing is they really think they got it.
They don't know it's you.
Oh.
And another thing, Howard.
Hey, shut the.
You know what, Howard? There'll be just as many calls as this guy saying, how good the show is. So, but all they're going to put is the negative calls to. I should know because they do it all the time.
Okay. Yeah, but anyway, so how come at the end of Howard's show you get to talk during Howard's show?
Dude, I don't design the station. That isn't me who does that. That isn't my concept.
You get in control of the microphone.
All right.
Yeah, see, and you know what? This guy likes me.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, I love you.
I know you do. You call me every day, you jackass.
Yeah, that's it to John. Yeah, you jackass.
That's like the premiere.
Like whatever words I use on the air.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hey, jackass,
that's right.
rat bastard.
You invented jackass. I forgot.
No, I didn't invent the word, you idiot. I gave you the freedom to use it.
That's right, you did.
That's right.
You did, and I'm not angry.
You think people said jackass on the radio 20 years ago?
I don't think people did anything that.
They didn't. They didn't do anything.
But I'm a fan.
Be yourself.
I am myself. I am myself.
You sound forced, is what I'm saying.
I'm not.
When you're yelling at the listeners, you sound like you're trying to compact into 2 minutes.
That's what you were going to say because you.
John, do you think that I'm a good critic of radio?
No, not for me.
Not for you.
Never for me.
Okay.
Because you are only going to accept me as a guy who came in here at 22 years old and got your coffee, and I'll never change your mind.
Hey, forgive me. I'll never try and help you again.
How old are you
great.
now, by the way?
How old are you?
31.
Okay.
So he thought.
It's just,
Isn't he passing himself off as he's passing himself as a young intern?
Yeah. No, I'm not. That's what I was, and I don't expect you to like anything I do.
No, I like a lot of things you do. I like when you go out and ask questions.
Yeah, of course, because that's something that you did.
Right.
Yeah. So of course,
I'm sorry. I don't think it's funny when you yell at the listener.
It's like if your daughter did radio.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you would have such a problem because.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would because you.
John, if I tell you something's not funny, you think I'm telling you because I can't accept anything? Didn't I tell you some of your stuff was funny?
No.
I never told you anything you did was funny.
Not outside of something that I did that you had put me out to
What? Okay. You know what? Actually, I heard the bit. It was funny. It was very funny the way you yelled at the guy.
It
didn't go on too long at all.
I thought it was very funny.
I must be mistaken. I'm jealous of you. That's why I'm telling you.
That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm saying you just can't accept me as anything but.
All right.
A kid.
Okay. Whatever.
Right.
Whatever. Sluggo's probably younger than you. I hear his show every day.
No,
I love it.
He's the same age as me.
I love his show.
Of course you do, because you're not me.
What? Why would I feel that way? I watched Mitch Fatal on Letterman. I thought he was hysterical. He was my
you didn't think he was funny when he was here.
He didn't tell any jokes.
He never said anything funny.
Yes, he did.
Oh, get out of here.
Yes, he did.
He never did. Mitch never once walked up to me and told me a joke.
That's not true. It's not true.
What are you talking about? You telling me that I can't appreciate something you do that's funny?
I'm telling you that.
I'm telling you I heard this bit and it wasn't funny. What do you want from me?
Fine.
That's all. Take a little criticism. You're so defensive.
Really?
What?
There wasn't one person in the station that had any idea that Mitch
was a comedy
comedian.
I had no
right.
idea.
He
never
never
told
told us
anybody,
one thing
and he
about
never
that.
told
He
any
never
jokes.
wrote anything?
All right.
He never did anything.
Yeah.
I've told you you've done some funny. Like, once in a while you write a Stuttering John question that's funny. I tell you they're real good. You've said some funny things. It's just that when you're forcing to yell at the listeners. It's just like, you know.
A guy did you hear that guy?
Okay. Whatever.
Howard, I should tell you, John does the wackiest things. He's wearing a T-shirt as pants right now.
That's all right.
In other words, his legs were cold, so he took
that's funny.
And he stepped into it.
Baba Booey.
So weird.
It's a good radio bit.
I wasn't doing it for a bit, jackass.
Oh, now you're cursing at me.
Yeah.
Hey, shut the up.
Howard, I believe it. It's not just like that. But it's fine. I don't expect you to like anything.
Hey, shut the
Yeah, he's
up.
got that promotions the production guy back there working overtime, bleeping.
Oh, is that right? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, he bleeps during the show?
No,
He yells at the guy.
It's occasional. This happens.
All right.
Occasional. It seems to me I hear it every day.
Yeah.
Well, that is the truth, but we'll go with it.
Hey, shut the up.
Yeah, that's every bit.
Wait. Hey, shut the
Give me a break.
That's what I hear. That's every bit.
I know.
You know, I used to like it when you didn't talk about it.
Even that minister he does starts cursing.
Oh.
Oh, he does? The minister?
No. See, the joke was the minister. The guy started cursing at the minister, so the minister.
Oh, that's funny.
Said, I don't want you
cursing.
I haven't heard the minister, so I can't comment
So
on
it's
that.
like the same guy.
Yeah.
Only doing a wacky voice.
See, Howard, the whole joke is that people call my show and think they get the wrong.
I hear you.
You know, and that's and then I put on a different.
So is your show mostly phone pranks?
I would say 50%.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to get the premise. In other words, a lot of it is based on phone humor.
It's me alone in the studio
with the phone
creating from nothing.
Creating comedy.
It's phone answering?
Right.
It works.
Yeah.
And it actually works.
Evidently it works.
But he's lying if he tells you that minister doesn't curse at every caller.
Not every call.
I've heard it twice, and he was cursing in both.
I'm glad you're listening.
Always.
Everybody, it's 10 to 2 here.
I'm listening for the music. No offense.
That's good. I love the music.
I love the mix.
I love the music, too. I'm a big fan of the music.
Yeah.
When you hear the bleep, it's John.
No, I just heard one thing yesterday, or the day before, where you were yelling.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. With the mother jokes and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You really were on a roll.
I thought I was.
See, Howard, I think John gets a little bummed out about this conversation because there's a lot of turmoil here at the station. Lots of shakeups, rumors and stuff. And I think John feels that, his job might be in jeopardy.
You know what? My ratings are great, and I don't think I'm going anywhere.
All right.
I think you're doing a good job. I like when you just say WXRK.
Yeah.
And then you play the record. I think you do a good job with that. I like that.
Say it.
Say WXRK.
The new 92.3 K-Rock is Smashing Pumpkins on K-Rock.
Yeah, I love that.
There you go.
John needs a creative outlet.
That's right. That's why I'm not going to do it if I can create. So.
Oh, is that right? You told him that?
What do I get out of it if I can't, do things I enjoy?
How about a paycheck? Something you never had before.
Oh.
What happened? They told you to quiet down, and you said, "Look, I'm not doing it unless
No, they never told me to quiet down. They enjoy what I do. You're the one that doesn't enjoy it.
Oh, no. Steve Kingston said many great things about you to me.
Hey,
yeah,
he lets
No. He told me he thinks you're terrific.
No, Howard.
No, he has. He tells me
this is sarcasm. Correct?
No, not at all. Okay. Not at all. Not at all.
I don't care. Then
you got to be you.
Then fire him.
I don't want you fired. I'm happy you have the show. It's a paycheck.
A lot of people seem to like the show.
I love it. I love when you play the music.
I got a lot of fans out there.
The other thing he does.
You know what? If they went and screened the calls, I'm sure there'd be plenty of good calls out there.
He always talks about how he's going to get yelled at again by Sam.
Yeah, that's a big bet.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't heard.
Why don't you say Steve? It's not Sam.
Howard, you haven't seen the conversations in the past. And Sam had a kid. He's
no, I heard you saying on the show.
But in the past, we have almost gotten to fistfights. I'm talking about. Say K-Rock before the break. Say it before the break.
And what's wrong with him saying that to you? That's the way the guy wants it done. In other words, you're so advanced.
No, you're missing the point.
You're so great that you should have ultimate freedom at the station.
You're missing the point.
What is the
point?
point?
Was Sam? I am screwing up. I'm not doing it on purpose.
Right.
I'm trying to get it right.
Right.
And he's saying, no, you're not. You're doing it as being belligerent. I'm saying no. I swear to God, I'm trying to get this right.
You could get. What are you, a moron? You don't know how to say. You don't know how to get K-Rock. You say K-Rock as soon as you open the microphone.
No, Howard.
What does he want you to do?
This is in the old days.
All right, go ahead.
How you doing? This is the new 92.3 K-Rock. This is Smashing Pumpkins on K-Rock.
Okay.
So you have to say before and after, and sometimes I would go, you know, hey, this is the new 92 K-Rock, it's Smashing Pumpkins. And
you're not smart enough to say K-Rock after that?
No, most of the time I get it, and sometimes I wouldn't, and then he would get it.
He was right. In other words, it didn't matter that much to you.
It was my first week of
you were being
radio.
belligerent. Be honest for 1 minute.
I swear on my life, it wasn't at a
In other words, if the guy had said to you, listen, I'm hiring you, you didn't know Sam, you didn't have the security working with me and all that, and all of a sudden he said, listen, you can have this job, but you got to say K-Rock twice every time. I guarantee you would have gotten it right.
Howard, I tried.
I guarantee you would have gotten it right.
And the other argument that we used to have...
You didn't deem it that important.
The other argument that we used to have in the past was... You know, when I would screw up, like I play the wrong song, or I had that air, he would go, it's not funny anymore, get it right. I'm like, Sam, this is my first 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm trying to get it right, but it was very difficult to learn the board in 2 weeks. So I would screw up, and then he would yell at me, and then we would get into arguments about it. It wasn't me trying to be belligerent, but you would, probably...
So what was he supposed to do? John, take another month to learn the board?
No, let me take a little time. Now the board's much smoother. I don't know if you've noticed, but now...
It's fine. I don't have a problem with any of it. I think the show's terrific.
It's fine.
You don't want me to critique, so I won't. I'm not opening my mouth.
I just think that you're a little biased.
Okay, I see. All right. Well, what do I know? You know what? Sometimes I listen to radio. I could be wrong. Maybe this is real cutting edge.
I'm not saying it's cutting edge. I'm saying it's
all right. I didn't know. I was just saying I didn't get the bit the other day. Why are you yelling at everybody? But
the guy's calling me a stuttering schmuck. What do you want me to do?
He didn't do it in all seriousness.
He did it 3 times.
Nah, he was a goof.
Just now you could tell he was kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't tell he was kidding at first.
Jimmy, you're on the air.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm so glad you're doing this. I think you should keep doing this.
How old are you, Jimmy?
34.
All right.
I just the way you put 2 people on the phone at the same time, getting them to ask each other, who's this? Who's this? He does that.
No, he wouldn't even do that.
About his
you
food.
do that, John?
Where'd you put my
food?
You
took that bit
Where's
too?
my food? He eats on the air just like you.
I eat on the... I'm not even allowed to eat in the studio. He's such a liar, this guy.
Well, listen, what is he going to do? I don't mind he borrows a couple of things, but I don't even hear these things. I tuned in the other day. He was yelling at some guy. I don't know what he's yelling about.
It's Howard.
That's also I mentioned it to him, but he's taking it the wrong way.
He's hurt.
I'm not hurt. I expect you to be negative.
Yeah, Howard, it's just like you. It's like Howard all over again with this boring John.
Right.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
It's gotten to the point it's ridiculous.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate this, sir.
Well, come on, John. I mean, give me a break, you know. When your show first came on, the first thing you said was, "Oh, I don't know if you were listening to Howard this morning." Are you kidding me?
That's something that
there's nothing wrong with that.
I was told to do that, by the way, Howard, and that's something that they wanted to
find. You have a listener that wasn't listening to Howard. Is that what you're trying to say, John?
No, it was trying to cross over and give it.
Wait. Hey, shut the up.
Yeah, shut the.
There you go, Jimmy.
All right, thank you, Jimmy.
Go home and beat your wife now, Jimmy.
Hey, Howard.
There you go. That's what he does. That's what he does with the listeners. Go home and beat your wife.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
This plays.
F plays. Thank you.
That was very original, Jimmy.
Yeah. Oh, and you are.
Yeah, that's right. I am, Jim. I am.
Kill me.
That's right.
You know, you should try, John, a little more stuttering.
Oh, okay. I'll try and add that, okay? All right, Jimmy.
You know, like the WR.
See, he can't even get the call letters right.
You're right.
All right,
I don't stutter like you do.
And then we just with the schmuck, and it's just, I don't know, it just seems it's angry.
It is angry. I'm angry at this guy.
Yeah, but it's
Can I feel angry or
it seems forced?
It's forced.
Yesterday he plays a song, he screws up the beginning of the song.
Yeah, that's because they didn't have the song number on there for me.
John, to me it just seemed like you had to work the word schmuck and jackass in at least 7 times. You know what I mean?
Man. I'm a very angry man.
All right.
I am angry.
You've been doing it for how long now?
What are you so angry about?
A lot of things.
Were you angry because you get to play records?
No, I'm not. I don't have no problem playing records. What are you trying to make?
So what are you angry about?
A guy like this gets me angry. I'm sorry. It's a natural reaction.
But you don't have to put them on the air since they're on tape.
Since you tape them, why do you put them on?
Some of it because some of it becomes funny.
Oh, because you think it's funny. I was telling you it wasn't funny.
That's right. We disagree.
All right.
Is that okay? Do we disagree on like a lot of things?
All right. I just thought maybe you're interested in someone's opinion, but clearly you're not. Sam's opinion's no good. Mine's no good.
Sam, I'm fine with Sam. And Howard, just that you are very biased when it comes to me.
I am not. I was in my gym listening to the bit.
When did he get biased because of you?
Because
what did I do to you?
You have obviously proven yourself in radio.
I'm the guy who put him on the air. I gave him a career. I believed in him. He was an intern. And I'm biased against him? Why am I the enemy?
Outside of this show.
That's not true. We used to do a TV show. It was horrible.
I agree.
It was not bad. It was horrible.
I agree.
You want me to tell you it was good? I'll be like every other person. It was a horrible show. You were horrible on it. Everyone was horrible.
I agree.
Then you would go on Conan and you'd play tapes of your
Conan. I was good
doing
on
interviews.
Conan, I was good on.
Yeah, you were playing our tapes
No,
from
but
our
even
Channel
just the
9
interview
show.
segments, I was good on.
You played the tapes of the Channel 9 show. I said, don't play the Channel 9 show anymore.
That wasn't my idea, but okay. And
it wasn't your idea. You didn't ask me. You didn't ask me.
No, I came to you with all.
Oh, here we go.
I did. If for some reason I'm the guy
go
on the
and
show.
Do your thing. So I'm the bad guy because I told him don't play the Channel 9 show.
I didn't say you're the bad guy. I didn't say you're the bad guy.
Yeah, you just said I'm jealous. What am I again of you?
I never said
what am I of you? I'm not a fair judge of you.
No, you.
I'm telling you, I heard something the other day. It wasn't funny.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Why would I be biased? It wasn't making me laugh.
Because you could only accept me in a certain way, and if you're going to deny that,
your TV show I saw was horrible.
I agree.
Okay,
Wings was great. You didn't like it.
I didn't see Wings. I told you I never saw it. I haven't seen it to this day. Why are you saying I didn't like it? I was pissed off because NBC, I didn't want them using my name in the promotion.
And they didn't. No, I had that in the contract.
So what are you holding?
You still went and talked about it. You talked about everything everybody else
Why
does.
would I talk about it? I felt that I was used. They called me every week to be on Wings. I said, I don't want to be on Wings. Then they hired you, and then they started giving me forcing me to do commercials about it. I don't want to be forced.
They bought advertising.
They bought advertising.
That wasn't. I didn't tell them to do that either.
Okay, so why would that be an issue with you? That's no issue with you.
No, because you wouldn't even talk about something that I did. Even
sure I would.
You wouldn't. I talk about Gary does extreme fighting. You talked about it. Jackie does the watching.
I've had you in here a million times.
We promoted your personal appearances
and your music, and I played your album.
Never anything credible.
Tony and Tina's wedding.
And I played your album. Oh, come on, man. You know what it is? You're biased against me.
No,
now
I'm
you're
not.
proving it.
No, I'm not.
We
Howard.
haven't done anything to help.
I did Baywatch Nights. You never mentioned it. Jackie did the Watch. You always mention it. I did Wings. You never mentioned it. Robin did.
I never mentioned it because Wings pissed me off.
Howard, whenever they get Jackie, Robin, and me, for the most part,
no. Jackie came to me and said he was doing it. You're not in league with Jackie. I knew what was going on with the Wings people. I knew what was going on with the Baywatch people.
And what was going on with the Watcher people?
When Jackie, who is a writer of mine, who writes funny comedy material, you're an intern.
No, I'm not an intern.
What
I'm
are
not
you?
an intern.
What do you do?
I put in a lot of great phone calls.
You screen phone calls?
Yeah.
You're going to compare that to what Jackie does?
I'm not comparing to what Jackie does.
If I throw a bone to Jackie here and there, that's another. He's an on-air personality at this point.
Well, John,
I haven't contributed to many funny
In
things
other words,
on the show.
Jackie is now the same as John.
Yeah, we both add comedy to the show.
Yeah, I haven't contributed to...
Yeah. John, if you left tomorrow...
Yeah?
The level of comedy would not change one iota.
I agree, but
if Jackie left tomorrow, the level of comedy would change tomorrow.
I agree.
There is such a huge difference between you and Jackie.
I am not comparing.
Jackie.
I'm not comparing the contributions.
You are insane. Your insanity.
I am not comparing the contributions that Jackie and I made as equal. But I am saying that it doesn't. I don't know what I have personally done to you that would, have you not plug something that I've done.
Because I don't want to be used by the people of Wings. Get with it. I don't want them to call me for a month and ask me to be on their show, and then when they can't get me, they get Stuttering John.
Yeah.
They take Stuttering John and they say to me, now promote John's appearance. They call my agent and tell me we have to promote Stuttering John. They call the radio station now and say they try to force me through advertising to promote Stuttering John on Wings. I don't want to be associated with Wings. I don't want to be associated with Wings, period.
But I'm saying you wouldn't.
So what I did was I did something incredibly nice for you. I said, John, you can go do Wings.
I know.
I just can't promote it. I don't want to get caught up in their crap. I don't want to be used this way. So I did something incredibly nice for
Howard,
you.
but what I'm saying
I did something incredibly... Listen to me. Look at me. I did something incredibly nice for you. Not mean to you. Nice for you. I let you, instead of Gorilla... I could have easily had Gorilla do Wings. I could have had anybody do Wings. Mm-hmm. All I have to do is give the word that I'll promote it. Do you understand that you on Wings was meaningless? That it was an issue between me and Wings, and I allowed you to go do it anyway because I wanted you to get a paycheck? Do you understand that?
Howard, I understand that.
Do you understand that?
Howard.
Tony and Tina... No, he doesn't. Do you understand why I promoted Tony and Tina's wedding? You came to me, you were doing Tony and Tina's wedding. I allowed that to be promoted over my air. Why did I do that?
We did more than promote it. We had them on.
Oh, yeah.
We had him read.
Please.
It was good for everybody concerned.
Also, so when I talk about it, it's good for everyone concerned, and when I don't talk about it,
Howard,
it's not good
what
for
I'm saying is I appreciate you letting me do this.
You are an ingrade. I've always been wise to you, and now I'm even wiser to you.
Now it comes out.
I am so wise to you.
There you go.
When you promoted your book and you told me you didn't have a book,
you know, Howard,
you're an ingrate.
Gary, come in here as my witness. That was never my...
From now on, you will never be mentioned on this show again.
Fine.
Tony and Tina's wedding will not be mentioned. Anything you do will not be mentioned. Your record album, anything.
Fine. I never. All I'm saying is that when I do something.
And when Kingston comes to me and says, I'm taking John off the air, and I go behind the scenes and say, hey, give him a break, and you don't know about it because I don't want to hurt your feelings, from now on, you're on your own.
If that happens,
see how long you last.
If that happens,
okay, we'll see, Big Shot. Now you're on your own.
Howard, I'm just saying.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Of course.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. I don't like you ever? Is that it?
No, I am just saying.
This is the Stuttering John I know and love.
I know.
The
I'm
ingrate.
always screaming at him to just calm down.
I am just saying that it just seems to me if Gary does extreme fighting, you talk about it. When I do something, you don't want to talk about it.
Did I talk about Tony and Tina's wedding?
You don't remember the things we talk about.
Yeah. Do I talk about your album when you were desperate to get promotion for your album? Did I talk about it? Did I play your album on the air?
How did he get the radio job?
Oh, I wonder how. How do you think he kept the radio job? Don't think 3 months ago I didn't have a conversation with Kingston about John's performance.
I'm sure they.
I said, hang in there with the guy. Let him develop a little bit. Maybe he'll be good. He said he's got the name from the show. Maybe something will happen. You were gone 3 months ago, you idiot.
I think you're the only reason he's still on the air.
Well, it doesn't matter to me anymore. I hear the guy's attitude. He's belligerent.
Belligerent.
It all came
my
through.
attitude is I don't know why.
All came through.
Look, even with the freaking
through.
California thing.
I wonder if he's
some reason you have a problem with it.
John, you smoked pot in front of me.
So did Jackie.
I don't care.
Because Jackie's
you
not the same
smoked
thing as
pot in front of me. Always Jackie. Jackie's different. Jackie.
That's what I'm saying.
Jackie, you know how I'm different? Jackie's different than you.
But why?
You know how the owner of this station pulls me into his office every day and schmoozes with me? You know why he doesn't do that with you? Because you're not me.
Yes.
And you're not Jackie.
You will always be treated differently.
Exactly, but I'm which is what I don't.
No, we're treated like John is treated, not like anybody else.
Yeah.
Like
you think it's fair if me and Jackie smoke pot by a pool that Howard yells at me and
how do you know I didn't talk to Jackie about it?
Give me a break. How is that fair?
How do you know I didn't talk to Jackie about it? You don't even know. You don't even know anything about it.
About how you talk to me about it.
I don't want my intern smoking pot and getting. No, you're an intern. You're my intern. You are my dog.
I'm not your dog.
Do you know what a dog is?
I'm not your dog.
That's what you are. You are my dog. Don't ever forget what you are.
You're a pot-smoking dog.
You're a pot-smoking dog who has to bring his wife every goddamn place he goes.
You got laundry bills for the baby coming out of, the show's budget.
You know what you did. You know what you did, and you still don't know when it's wrong. You're worried. You're sitting and looking at Jackie. Look at yourself.
No, I don't know why. What gave you this problem with me? Somewhere
I
along
don't
the line,
have any problem with
you have developed a distaste for me, and I don't know what I did.
You are the one who has stated all the problems so far. You had a problem that I didn't announce your Wings special. I told you 100 times why I did it. I don't care what they did. I had a long history with them of them trying to boss me around. I will not be bossed around by Wings.
Well, then I don't know.
This has nothing to do with you. I allowed you to do Wings.
Somebody's got something against you. Why would you assume that?
I have done
Baywatch
nothing.
too?
I have done. Yep. I have done nothing. Baywatch calls me every week. I've read the letters on the air from Baywatch. Have you ever heard them?
Please talk about John's show.
No, that's not the case.
This guy.
John, I don't owe you a thing.
I'm not saying you owe me.
I have promoted. I have taken you and given you a career. No, again, I have no problem with you. You're the one with the complex.
Absolutely right.
Unbelievable complex. You wanted your record promoted? I promoted your record. You wanted your Tony and Tina? You're going to be an actor? I promoted your acting.
Some things you promote and some things you don't. And
that's right.
Yeah.
But you don't give him credit for any of it.
Robin, I've said thanks to Howard so many times.
No, I'm talking about right here on the air today.
You just sat here.
You on my record.
You just said
you on anything I've done.
I just said. You just said to me that I am against your career.
No, I didn't say my career. I said you're against. You have a personal problem with me.
I don't have any problem.
You said everything I do outside of what you tell me to do. I don't think he told you
that he doesn't like.
So John, I have to allow a Stuttering John book proposal because I have something against you. So I have to prove to you that I
mentioned the book proposal.
Well, I'm mentioning it.
Yeah,
I am mentioning the book proposal. So when you go around the book proposal, that's because of you that I don't allow it.
You first, and you said
no. You didn't. I caught you. I caught you with your book proposal.
You are rewriting history.
I caught you.
Robin, you were there when I asked him in his office.
I caught you.
That what happened was you were told no, but the wheels were already in motion.
The wheels were done. I told the guy no. Gary, come in as my witness. The guy
told me you stopped me. Stop me if I'm wrong. You told me you had stopped and you were still sending it around.
No, I had stopped.
Oh, your representative was doing it.
That would be so stupid that you tell me no and still try and sell a book. Are you nuts?
I see.
I would never do that.
I see. So what you're telling me is
Gary knows the guy who
when
did
I
that.
promote something, when I promote something you do, I'm a good guy. If I decide not to promote something you do, I'm a bad guy.
No,
I have a problem.
I never said you were a bad guy.
So now I have to
said
promote.
you have a problem with me.
If I was weak-minded,
why wouldn't you ask if you have a question instead of assuming that he's against you?
Right, I have
and
a
has
problem with
you. Why wouldn't you go to him and talk to him? No, you sit there building up resentment, and then
it's not resentment.
Let me ask you, you know how many things Gary has come to me and asked if he could do, and I've said no?
And I come to you all the time, too.
No, you don't. Listen to me.
Well, Gary
Do
doesn't.
you know how many things I have turned down? Do you think I have something against Gary? Do you think I have something against Gary?
No. No.
Do I have something against you?
I think that for some reason...
I see. So in other words, when I turn down... I have something against you, but not Gary. Why do I turn things down that Gary wants to do? Gary had an opportunity to make about $15 grand the other day.
Oh, did you hear the stink when they tried to do that Las Vegas thing? Remember that?
Yeah. What do you think? Why do you think I have something against Gary?
No.
I have something in mind for me and my career and my show and the people who work with me.
I agree.
Sometimes they don't see it that way. Then they get frustrated. They can't make their money. Hey, that's my call.
You're right.
It's got nothing to do with you.
You're right. You've never heard me.
But for some reason, when I do it against you think I'm doing it because I don't like you.
There are certain things that I think that you have a problem. You think that I'm doing something conniving.
You spend a lot of time thinking about John.
Yeah, I think about you 24 hours a day.
No, you just think that I'm like doing things behind your back. You have
Oh, not anymore.
No, I'm not. I am not.
You have.
Even the book thing. I cannot believe you were going to blame this book thing on me.
You have.
People out there believe you.
Whatever.
And I swear on my mother's life, when you told me what I was allowed to do on that book, I called the guy and said, it's the only things I'm allowed to do. They went and pitched something that I had told them they weren't allowed to, and as soon as I found out, I called them and fired them, and Gary knows this to be true.
So why? No, as soon as I found out, you called them and fired them.
No, before you even mentioned it, Robin, I called you over the weekend. Howard hadn't said anything to me. I said, Robin, what am I going to
do is what you said.
No, what am I going to do?
You got caught. You got caught.
I didn't get caught. I
Your
swear
hand
on my
was in the
mother's
cookie
life.
jar.
I swear on my life, may I die today. As soon as I found out these guys were doing something behind my back, I called Robin and said, what am I going to do? These guys did something behind my back.
So you think, let's get back to it. So you think when I tell you can't
still
do
don't believe
something...
me? You believe me?
No.
Of course.
When you... No, I don't. I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all.
For some reason you are brainwashed and think that I have done something that I swear on
Maybe
my
I'm brainwashed.
I swear on my mother's life.
It's all right.
That I swear to you.
Your mother's life. Who cares about your mother? Your mother's insignificant.
I think Robin believes me. I think Jackie believes me. I think Fred believes me.
I don't think anybody even believes you. I don't think anyone believes you. I think everyone thinks you're lying right now. What do you think of that?
Test.
I don't care if there's a lie.
Because I know I'm telling the truth.
I'm telling you.
It kills me that you don't think I'm telling the truth.
I found out you were pitching a book concerning me.
Not concerning you.
Yes.
Never concerning you.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you told me what
nothing to do with you.
I went and asked you, how can I do a book?
And then if I didn't promote it, would you have been mad at me? Yes. So there you go. How can I win, John, with you?
No, if I did a book.
You think people are asking you to write a book so that I'll promote it? Why do you think they ask you to write a book? Let's analyze it. Why would somebody ask you to write a book?
No, I'm asking you first.
Hold it. Why would somebody ask you to write a book? Why would somebody ask you to write a book?
She's brilliant.
Oh, because you think he's a brilliant writer?
Because they're interested in...
Maybe you could get a few plugs on the show. Do you ever think of that?
The idea of writing the book is to sell it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they would hope that you would plug it.
Right. Okay. So now when I tell you I don't want to plug it because I don't want to have books coming out of the show like this, do you think that I should be allowed to do that? Do you think I have something against you?
And
is that the reason?
That's not what I'm talking about, though. I'm not talking about the book. When you told me it wasn't to do with the book, I told them no.
Because I don't want a slew of 900 books being promoted. So then when I tell you I don't, so then you get your book deal, and then when I wouldn't promote it, would you go around saying Howard didn't promote? He has something against me.
No, I'm
not allowed to pick and choose what you can promote on my show.
I didn't say you couldn't.
All right. So did we give you a shot with your record? You think we did? Did we give you a shot with your Tony and Tina's wedding?
I didn't say you didn't.
All right. So then when I decide not to promote Wings, does that mean I have something against you?
Put it this way.
I have something. To answer the question, do I have something against you because I choose not to promote Wings?
Let me ask you a question.
Do I have something against you when I choose not to promote Wings?
I think that...
Do I have something against you? I've promoted your record. I've promoted your various plays. I've promoted certain things.
Yeah, certain things you do and some things you don't.
Okay.
But
why do I do some things and don't do others? Why do you think that? Do you think I dislike you? Is that why?
Yeah.
You think I dislike you?
Yes, I do.
You think so? In other words, why do I even have you here then?
I think that you know I'm a good guy. But I think that you still ever since this book thing or something, you think that I would do something.
No. Why did I promote? Why do I promote your album? Why did I promote Tony and Tina's wedding?
Why would he do anything?
Why would I have you on my show?
Because I think with the.
Why would I go to Steve Kingston and tell him to keep you here? Why would I do that?
I think that because
I don't like you.
I don't think you're a bad guy. I haven't said once that I think that you're a bad guy.
So when I didn't promote Wings, I'm a bad guy.
No, I didn't say you were a bad guy.
I don't like you. Is that what it is?
I think that
I didn't promote Wings because I don't like
you. You can agree with me on this. I think that there is something about me on this show that you have a problem with.
I have no problem.
How would I agree with you?
You're a paranoid, hallucinatory person.
And what have I always told you? You're out of your mind.
You're out of your freaking mind.
There you go.
You smoke too goddamn much pot.
That I don't understand.
Of course not.
I don't either.
I just don't get. I'm sorry. I drive a truck for a living, and I can't just go around spurting out that I smoke pot. And it amazes me this guy can get on the radio like it's no big deal.
I don't even mind that he smokes pot. I've smoked pot. Don't go with me to a hotel. He finally gets to go on a road trip.
Finally, we always go on a road trip.
He brings 900 people. He's billing all kind of crap to the room. I'm standing around. People are coming up with $500, $600, $700 bills for me to sign.
Well, baby.
He's got 87 visitors.
Howard,
straighten out your business.
Howard,
don't do it around me. You want to go on vacation? Go on vacation.
It was $400, and most of it was everybody on the
John,
show.
when I take you for a working
most
trip,
of it was everybody on the
and
show.
anything that wasn't, I paid for.
When I take, it wasn't mostly everyone on the show. Do you think Jackie had a higher bill than you?
No, I'm talking about that bill that day was everybody's food and everybody's drink.
I didn't
but who was everybody?
You, Ralph,
me,
Jackie, Nancy.
I paid my own bill.
Howard, it was all together. I'm telling you, I have your sandwich on the bill. I have it at home.
Yeah, and what about the 7 friends that were with you?
They didn't eat anything.
When you come to visit, when you come to visit California, go do whatever you want. When you come with me on a business trip where you're supposed to be working, come by yourself. Sit
like
by the
I
pool.
always have.
If you get some free time, sit by a pool, enjoy it.
Like I always have.
You want to have a friend over? Have a friend over.
Or have the friend somewhere else.
Right.
Why have it where Howard has to relax?
Well, we weren't near Howard.
He had to have a whole party.
No, Howard, he'll never get it.
A whole party. We weren't near Howard.
You were sitting over there watching it.
Yeah.
It just seems like Howard, but you created this monster.
Everybody else
I know I did.
Everybody else had people there.
I understand.
Everybody else had people there. It's always about radio.
That's what I'm saying. Why am I the only
one?
one?
Who had people there?
Who had people?
Had his wife, Jackie's wife's sister was there. His sister's
I didn't see them.
Yes, you did.
I saw Jackie.
My wife's sister stopped by for about 20 minutes. My wife was out there because she did a TV show. We had reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. And he's Jackie. He's different than you.
I know. I know he is.
He's different.
7 miscellaneous friends.
He sucks me in.
You know he is, but you won't accept.
No, I think.
Why don't you come to me beforehand and say, "Hey, Howard, I'm going to have 30 friends partying with me the entire time.
Don't go to the pool.
And we're going to be smoking pot in a tent and have security come up and start giving Howard dirty looks because you work with me. You work with me,
Howard.
You're one of my interns.
I'm not an intern.
He's
one of my interns.
For you.
He's a radio personality.
You're a little boy.
Sir. Thank
you had a chance to prove yourself for once.
Howard, I've been on so many trips, and we've never had a problem. One time you didn't like
something
I did.
Because you always stayed at someplace else.
Right.
That's not
Which
true.
will always happen. First of all, you're never going on another trip with me again.
Fine.
That's number one.
Fine.
You proved yourself. You're worthless.
I'll tell you why. Because now he goes to California and he has a radio show back in New York.
Right.
So now he's somebody.
Now he's somebody.
You really think I would be that way?
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's so not me.
You got your promotional vehicle.
It's so not me, Howard.
Right. Write a book.
It's so not me.
That's right.
Write a book and not put.
Let me ask you something. What do you do? What do you do for a living?
He drives a truck.
Okay. Do you bring your pals to work? What do you do? You load up the truck with 900 guys?
No.
And your wife?
And you charge the company for their lunch?
We were off when
and then
I had
what do
my
you do?
pals
And then
there.
do you charge to your room all your bills to your company? What would your boss do as a truck driver?
I'd be looking for another job.
If there were about 8 friends in the truck with you, and then you stopped off at even a Howard Johnson's, and then you said, "Hey, since you guys are with me in the truck, what the hell? I'll charge it to my business.
Give it to me. I'll sign.
My boss will pay for this." So tell me something. What kind of reaction would you get?
I would be looking for another job.
Howard, I was
Thank
off.
I'll tell you something.
Guys, you have never had a real job.
I was
Wait
off
till the
when
day you have to get
Oh,
one.
I've driven a truck.
Oh, yeah.
There's no off when we're on a road trip.
What do you mean there's no off? As soon as
the
the
way
show
it
is
is.
over, we're off.
No, we're not off. We're out
not off.
working.
Oh, really?
You should have been out.
Well, then
you should have been out asking celebrities questions if you wanted to make use of your time.
But you were too busy socializing for us to get a hold of
Right. Go out and do something special. Bring back a special report.
I've been out there to L.A. on my own business, and I've done questions
All
for
right.
you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's ridiculous.
So when I say to the guy, "Hey, you did a bit on the radio today, wasn't that funny?" He goes, "Oh, you have something against me."
No. two different subjects.
All right.
That's just you not, I don't think that, that you. I've been here since I was a kid. I don't think you can see me as an adult.
I see. That's it's my fault again. I can't see you as an adult.
It's just that's how
it's impossible.
I
see you as a child.
You are the short.
If you watch,
you are the short.
If I watch Gary acting, if I watch Robin acting, it's hard to get used to Robin acting. I know it so well.
What happened? What happened? What happened? That's your problem. I don't have that problem with you.
Well, but
you know that Jackie Martling started here.
Yeah.
He worked for free.
Yeah.
We didn't pay his parking.
So did I.
Listen.
Okay.
Why could I then why a year later could I make Jackie a full-time staffer and hire him? Because I saw him as an intern when he first started. So why would I now all of a sudden see him indifferently? Because what? Because I have a problem with him because he worked for free?
What are you talking about?
I'm saying he started the same way you do. How come he's a full...
He's blowing your argument to crap.
You're telling me that a guy who comes here and works for free can't be...
No, but when Jackie does his stuff outside the show, you goof on him.
Oh, so what's wrong with that?
Because I don't think that you can accept Jackie as a
What? I can't accept Jackie's what?
If Jackie,
a full-time employee here?
If Jackie goes out and does and does something
right.
We goof on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We
all
Howard does.
Yeah.
No, all right. No, I think we all do.
No, you chime in.
Yeah.
Okay, Howard goofs on him. Doesn't really make a difference.
Right.
But when he does stuff for here, he's great. But when he does stuff out there, then we goof on him. What I'm saying is that when I do something outside of the show, it's more of a target to goof on.
John, your argument has holes in it again. When Jackie, it's exactly the same. When Jackie does something that Howard doesn't think is good for his career or good for the show, Howard rips him a new a-hole.
That's right. Bingo. But no, I don't like Jackie, right?
If anything that was positive, he'd tell me.
That's right.
Well, then one day he will.
So you think I don't like Jackie? You must think that's
no, I don't. I told you there's two different subjects here. That is one. That's just like a fatherly thing. A fatherly figure trying to accept that.
John, I don't see myself as your father.
I don't
You're 31. I ain't that much older than you.
Yeah, well, you're about 15 years older. But all I'm saying is that you.
I'm not 15 years older than you.
14.
How old am I?
44?
I'm 43.
Oh, okay.
All right. So how much... listen, John, you as the revolutionary young man is not flying anymore. You're 31 years old. You got a wife and a kid.
Well, whatever. I'm just saying that...
You're not all that hip, pal.
I don't think you would accept
You're over the hill.
All right.
But that's your thinking.
But then the other thing is...
No one sees you as a kid. No, John, you've tried to do things outside of the show. They haven't worked out.
No, some have been really good.
Okay. The TV show was great. Wings was terrific. Everyone's still talking about it. They've never seen actors. In fact, they're talking about developing a sitcom for you out on the coast. I just started.
Good.
Yeah. Do whatever you want from now on. Just don't ask me to promote it. And
I don't
stay
ask
away
you to
from me. Stay away from me, because now I don't like you.
When have I asked you to?
That's right.
I don't ask you to promote.
All right. Goodbye.
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 I come up to you and say,
I'll
please
see
promote
you.
Wings.
I'll see you. You just told me I've got an agenda against you because I didn't promote Wings.
No, ever since his book.
Sorry, I have a career.
I'm doing something behind your
back. I have a career that I am not going to allow you to rule.
Let me ask
if
you
I don't want to promote Wings for my reasons,
let me ask you one question.
I'm not gonna.
Let me ask you one question.
And there's lots of things I don't promote of other people around here. Ask Gary. I don't let him do a lot of stuff.
Can I ask you one question?
Because I don't want to be involved with it in even a peripheral way.
Can I ask you a question?
And it has nothing to do with whether I like Gary or not.
Did I ask you to promote Wings?
Yes.
No, I did
not
ask you. I never.
Gary.
I never asked you to promote Wings.
Thank you. All right, you're done now. You're done. I've heard all your arguments. They're weak. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Goodbye. Go back and sit there and smoke pot. Goodbye.
Smoke pot.
Goodbye. Because you're paranoid. Go ahead. Leave.
Howard,
you're out. You're out.
Not paranoid.
Goodbye. You're out. You're out of the room.
All right.
You played your game.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
I heard your arguments. They were weak.
Oh, yes? Let me ask you a question.
You're a weak arguer.
I don't think so.
All right, whatever.
It doesn't matter because he doesn't listen to you.
I listen to everything you say.
Your problem in life is, and this is why you won't succeed.
Okay.
You don't listen to people.
I am listening to you, and all I'm saying is it not true that you still do not believe me on this book thing?
That's correct.
Exactly.
That is true.
And since you don't believe me on this book thing, you think that I am a conniving guy because you think I did something behind your back.
No, I don't. I think it was one instance. Wings had nothing to do with that.
No, but I'm saying...
Wings, listen to me carefully. Wings had nothing to do with it.
All right, but did the book thing leave a bad taste in your mouth?
Yes.
See, and even though I tell you the truth, it's still to this day leaves
wouldn't
a bad
affect any of my future decisions.
Well,
it left a bad taste in my mouth, but if I tell you I haven't thought about it until you just brought it up right now, I
you
wouldn't
always
be sure.
Bring it up. You brought it up when you called me at home about the LA
bring
thing.
it up.
You brought it up.
No, I didn't.
You did too.
I only think about it when you screw up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Okay,
it's a laundry list of things that you do.
I'm asking you to believe me and realize I would never do something like that.
Good.
But I wouldn't do it.
Listen to me. I don't care about that. Don't tell me that I have something against you when I don't promote Wings. I don't have to promote anything.
I know you don't.
There are some things I will promote, and there's some things I won't.
Well,
the things that impact my career, I will not promote. Now, whether you understand that or not, I don't care. But if you're going to tell me I have something against you, you must be high on drugs. If there's anybody, your parents have done less for you than I have.
Howard,
Goodbye. Now you're done.
Fine.
Now you're
I
done.
know you've done things
Leave
for me.
me.
All I'm saying,
dismissing you.
All right, but let me just ask you a question.
I want you out of here.
All I'm saying is that this whole book thing, you obviously say...
I told you I don't care about the book thing.
Robin, he does. You know he does. You bring it up
I
every
told
time
you I don't believe you, but I don't care. I would have fired you if it really bothered me.
Well, you know what? All I'm just trying to say is, Howard, I'm not lying to you. The truth...
Gary, call the police. I can't get this intruder out of here.
I don't know why Gary hasn't come in, because Gary knows the guy who did the thing, and the guy's told him it wasn't my fault.
All right. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Howard, God bless you.
Here come the police. Here come the police to please, Gary, get the police. You won't leave me. Leave my side.
I'm not coming down on you. I don't know. You told me who the... All I know is what you told me.
Well, the guy told me that he told you.
I don't have inside information. In other words, John came to me and told me.
Right.
And
I called you that weekend.
No.
I don't care about the book.
Before he even said anything, I called you and said,
book.
this is what
Put it behind you. I'm telling you, Gary, is there not a million times a week that I've turned down things that you are not allowed to promote?
Yeah.
Or variously not even do?
Right, no, absolutely.
Various things I have told you cannot do.
Yeah, and we've
Is that
sort
true?
of, and we've sort of gotten to the point, I feel, for me, that there are things that I turn down that you don't know about.
That you understand.
Howard,
John hasn't figured it out.
You have developed this paranoia in me. There are things that I have...
Paranoia?
I have now. I've developed the paranoia.
There are things that I haven't been invited to. I'm always the cutoff man.
What haven't you been invited to? I played cards the other night. Who do I invite? I invite John.
He's very nice.
What are you not invited to?
What would I invite you to?
It's just whatever.
What are you not invited to? What slight have you suffered?
What have you not been invited to?
I'm the cutoff man.
What have you not been invited to?
John's upset because when you say things like the inner circle or the guys and stuff,
what has he not been invited to? Give me a specific.
That I'm not sure about.
What is it, John? Let's hear what you've been sliding.
I know that his big thing is like if we talk about going to scores. When it gets, it's like me, you, Jack.
He's always gone to every score.
But then when you get to John, you go, I don't know about John.
Right.
There obviously is something he wasn't invited to.
What weren't you invited to?
It upset me a little bit.
What was that?
A certain party that you had that I wasn't invited to.
What party?
A certain party you had.
I know what he's talking about.
Oh, I would never invite you to that.
Again, I was a cutoff man.
Yeah.
And
no, you weren't. There were a lot of people cut off. If I invited you, I'd invite a lot of other people.
It's just, I guess it
I didn't want a business partner.
That's John's point. John doesn't want to be seen as those other people. He thinks, I know who the other people are.
If you compare me to Gorilla one more time, give me a freaking break.
Gorilla was more important to me.
Fine. This is what I mean.
Gorilla is
nothing
as loyal as can be.
I've been here for a lot longer than him.
If Gorilla tomorrow needed anything promoted, it would be promoted.
Of course.
What do you think of that? Because you know why?
You have no idea
he's a human being.
And I'm not a human being.
He's a human being.
And I'm not a human being.
You're not. You don't appreciate what people do for you.
Howard, I appreciate everything you've done.
Can't do enough for John. Can't do enough. Didn't promote Wings. Didn't promote Wings. No, whatever John does, you got to promote.
No, I'm asking you why.
What you do for everybody else and what happens.
But what I've done for him doesn't count. There's no double standard. It's only in your head.
No, it's not in my head.
You know what your problem is? You're comparing yourself to other people.
Compare yourself to Gary. How many things have I told you, Gary, that you can't do? And Gary now gets it.
Can
I tell you something that you don't even know about? Yeah. I'm going to tell you this right now. Something that you don't even know about that I knew I would never dream of asking you about.
Right.
I was offered a substantial amount of money. When I say substantial, I mean $400,000 to $500,000 to write a book about the inner workings of this show.
Yeah.
Now, I know that's not going to fly.
Right.
I know I can't.
You know how many things I've turned down?
That's a lot of money.
Right.
You know how many things I've turned down for a lot of money?
But take $500,000.
Gary, let's make it simpler. Let's make it so that's an obvious. How many times have there been appearances where they wanted to pay you $15,000 in that area of money to appear, and I said to you, no.
Well,
how many times?
I know what your feeling is.
How many times have I let you appear somewhere and I wouldn't promote it on the air? Because I told you that should be a commercial.
But again, one of those things that I know is if somebody, sometimes people will call here and say, and they call from a company and they ask for your agent.
Right.
Then like a week later they call and ask for me.
Right.
And I know that that's not something you want to be involved in because they wanted you first.
Right.
Howard, I've turned down a lot of things for a lot of money. Trust me.
Good. Good. Now you're starting to learn.
I know what you want me to do, and I try to do the best thing for you.
Name one you turned down.
All right, Weird Science, a television show.
Now, why would you turn that down?
Because they wanted me to, be like a Stuttering John thing. I said that no, I only did that, for Howard.
Well, good. Then now you're learning.
They just asked me to do a computer show.
Now, why do you think I don't want you to do that? Why do you think I don't want you to do that?
Because I am Stuttering John for this show.
No, wrong.
I ask questions for this show.
When you ask questions, no, wrong. When you ask questions for this show,
it's funny.
It's funny.
I don't want to water it down.
Gary, tell him what the answer is.
I'll tell you this.
No, let me Gary tell you. What is the answer, Gary?
When John asks questions for this show, they're written by you guys.
Right.
It's your material.
Right.
Now somebody who doesn't understand the show is going to write Stuttering John type questions, and they're not going to be
And
fun.
then John goes on 20 shows. He's unfunny on every show. And then I go, you know what? I don't even want to use John.
That's not true.
That is the God's honest truth.
No, I haven't been on 20 shows.
No, I'm saying that there's a reason you haven't been on. Because I stopped you.
In fact,
believe me, you would be. You don't even know what you're doing.
I turned down so much stuff.
You turned it down because I tell you to turn it down.
I just turned down on Microsoft's computer.
Why do you think you do it?
$1,000 a week.
Why do you do it?
Because I said no.
Why do you turn it down?
Because it was going to be like a sexual reality. I go, you know what? Howard talks about sexual stuff. I'm not going to do it.
What? Well, that's stupid.
I'll tell you something I just turned down.
Yeah.
I was asked to do a public service announcement that would have run on ABC television here in New York for a charity.
Right.
But my feeling is I'd rather save that. I don't want to be on television all the time. I'd rather save that for a charity that specifically I want to get involved with. You know,
no,
I mean, I
here's the reason you turned it down. I'm going to explain to you why you turned it down. I don't want to see Baba Booey. Right. Same way David Letterman's guy, he never has on, and Larry Bud Melman, ruined. If I see Baba Booey on a PSA looking like a douchebag, then Baba Booey is useless to me, and I got to fire a guy I like, a guy who I think is funny.
And it changes the tone.
And it's the same with John. If John is going out and doing some funny shtick here, then he goes on some late-night show, which I wouldn't promote. The reason I didn't promote it is because John wasn't funny on it. I used to sit there and go, I hate him so much on this show.
So did I.
It's so unfunny.
So did I.
That it's going to ruin John for this show.
I didn't like it either.
Thank God nobody saw it.
Yeah, so if you think that that's not having your best interest at heart, you're insane. Now, I'm done with you. I'm done with this discussion. You're finished. Goodbye.
Fine.
That's it.
Actually,
now you maybe understand.
Howard, we actually have to be done because we have a guest waiting.
Who's the guest? Crackhead Bob?
But we have to get Crackhead Bob out before Pamela Lee comes.
Oh, yeah, Pamela Lee's coming.
Oh.
All right. John, go back there and think about what I've said and see if you can't figure it out.
What?
He won't be able to figure it out. He only heard himself.
No, I hear what you're saying, Howard, but I'm just saying,
Yeah, here's the final word. Here's Melrose Larry Green. Hi, Larry.
John, get a pencil out right now and a piece of paper. You need mood control drugs.
He's been on them.
I've been on them. It didn't work.
What, you took Thorazine?
I took everyone.
Triphenobarbital, Dilantin.
Really?
Vicodin?
Is this from experience, Larry?
Yes.
All right. Well,
then I don't want to take it if
you
guys opening up to you.
John, you need it. You need it badly because you're a good guy. I've had a lot of good times with you, John, but I know when you're not taking your medication.
Thank you. Renee, go ahead.
This is.
No, I'm just letting people talk. Yes, thank you. Go ahead.
Totally.
Yes, Renee. Hello. Well, there, you lucked out. Renee's not there.
Good.
Hello, Renee? Too bad. She was a black woman who's had a hard time finding a job. She wants to know what your problem is.
Howard, well, I guess it just all comes down.
All right, we're going to take a break now. I've got to take a break, Robin.
No, we're convincing you that this is not happening, so who needs to talk to you anymore?
Your arguments are weak. There isn't a person who agrees with you.
Of course not.
Of course not. Of course not, because you're an ingrate. I told you that.
What's been done for you on this show?
I've never said nothing's been done for me. Gary, have I said something that's been done for me?
We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
It's a joke.
It's not a joke.
We'll be back with the Howard Stern
Show. All right, now go back and be my dog.
I'm not your dog.
Go back and
97.1.
Okay. I brought in the movie Mars Attacks because there's this one scene. The movie kind of is weird, but there's this one scene that we could play on the radio. It's really funny. Jack Nicholson has like a nervous breakdown. He's going, he's yelling at some guy, Rod Steiger, and Rod Steiger's going, kill, 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 kill. And then Jack Nicholson's like, no, 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 no. It's just over and over again. So we're going to take that, and we'll be playing that for you later. It's a good scene from Mars Attacks. Jack Nicholson's
the only good scene.
The only good scene from Mars Attacks. And Gary, get in touch with this satellite guy. See if we can't get hooked up to a satellite. Tom Chiusano, man.
I can't believe the quality of that picture.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's a JPEG.
All that technology just to look at naked pictures.
Yeah. That's the only thing the Internet's good for is looking at nude pictures and sick stuff.
You know what? Men are ridiculous. They'll go to great lengths just to look at naked pictures.
Yeah. That's what the Internet was invented for. And what's weird about it is the government wants to stop all this.
I thought it was invented for research.
Nah. I mean, maybe, but I'm not doing any research.
I was listening to some scientists. They were kvetching because all of you people with your naked pictures are tying up everything so they can't get research.
Yeah, screw those scientists. There's a guy out there who's on the verge of creating a cure for AIDS.
He'd like to share some information with some other guys, but you got to get naked pictures.
Hey, scientist, gay schlugen cup and von. That's right. He knows what I mean. That's Italian.
Science talk.
Well, anyway.
Did they tell you can't have cable modem, Howard?
Yeah, well,
How could I have it and you can't?
because you live in like a tenement where there's tons of houses on top of houses, so it pays for them to install it. Because you should see where Jackie lives. It looks like a shanty town. And they got tons of, but I can't imagine anyone there's got a computer.
Looks like a WPA camp.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a war zone.
Howard, everybody doesn't live in an estate.
I don't live in an estate, but at least I don't. I mean, Jackie's got money.
Most people have real walls.
And Jackie's got, instead of buying one nice house, Jackie bought 3 dilapidated homes. 3 shacks. And he travels back and forth between shacks.
I live in a nice town.
The shacks aren't even near each other. Jackie's got the wackiest setup I ever saw. He buys these shacks, and they're far apart from each other, and he walks over to each one.
His plan to eventually buy up everything in between?
Yeah, he's like Monopoly. But, of course, he bought in a shanty town that's next to the water, and every couple of months he gets flooded out.
I live in a gorgeous town.
Oh, God, a gorgeous town. He's always saying that. I'm waiting to see this gorgeous town.
Well, if you responded to one invitation you've got in the last 12 years, you'd have seen it by now.
No.
But what I saw kept me away.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any stranger. Underdog Woman.
And Suzanne does the block party circuit you've mentioned, and lots of parades, and beyond vaudeville, and no more Howard Stern, right? That's.
Thank goodness.
Enough from him, and because you said they were like drug pushers, making you do shows, right? Like.
That's right. They forced me to do shows against my will, and when I saw that I was surrounded by impurities, I had no way of getting out of the room because I was always strategically placed that I was in the crowd and couldn't find my way out.
Wow, you should have called the police, I think.
I couldn't even get to the phone. There was no way for me to alert anybody so that I could escape.
Oh, boy. All right.
But now, deservedly, you might consider Howard Stern a real-life supervillain. He's been defeated, only I don't know if I had anything to do with it because I haven't been credited accordingly.
Okay. That's Suzanne deserves credit for that.
I miss her.
I wish
okay, and you know about this movie? He said he's making a movie now about superheroes.
No more comment about it, please.
Okay, no more.
Too bad. I could listen to her talk about me all day. Yeah. Jackie Penthouse, Joe Page, Martling, Sergeant Pecker, and the Joke Man are both 78 minutes of nonstop filthy jokes. Only $12 plus $4 shipping and handling. CD or cassette, buy 2, get 1 free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Saturday night, Jackie, May 17th. 2 shows at Historic Club Benet in Sayreville, New Jersey. For information and brand new jokes, visit JackieJokeman.com if you dare. Thank you. Everybody's got a .com. I was on that Hail Bop webpage again.
Oh, yeah? Did you go on?
I can't figure out what they're talking about. It's not even a good one. That was the worst cult ever.
Cults aren't very good usually.
No. Jim Jones was much better. He at least had a message somewhere in there. I'm not even sure what the Hail Bop message is because I keep reading it and I don't get it.
Well, their message was that to reach a higher level, you had to get rid of your human foibles.
Yeah.
So you had to give up practically everything, never use your own thoughts because they were going to sabotage you, and certainly avoid sex and alcohol and anything else that might give you pleasure.
Yep, that's sort of it.
And then just rid yourself of your container with a plastic bag over your head.
You might be right. That might have been the message. I'm not sure. Quickly, before I get into this whole rap I want to do, this guy wants to tell us about Richard Belzer. Yes, Steve, you're on the air.
Howard, did you know that your friend Richard Belzer is doing TV commercials for your morning radio competition here in Baltimore?
No, I was not aware of that. What does he do?
What's that all about?
It's a TV ad. It just ran again while I was on hold. There's a FM station here that plays all that 70s and 80s crap, and he's plugging Herman and McBain. Excuse me, Herman and McBain, which is the morning team on that station.
How can he do that? What's wrong with him? After everything we've done for him?
I know, you've done a lot for him.
It's a TV commercial. But he's one of those guys who'll do anything.
Yeah, he took a paycheck.
Yeah. I don't even think he knows what he's doing.
Well, I just thought you ought to know about it.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
Well, one more thing to bring up with him. You know what I mean?
He always makes himself interesting.
Yeah, right. Now we have a reason to talk to him again. I like the Bells. He's like Gilbert. Gilbert will do anything. Like, I could have Gilbert on the radio 900 times, give him 900 plugs.
And he has no loyalty.
Yeah, he would just go on anybody's show. He wouldn't even care. He would do whatever it is that you'd pay him to do.
And if they said, well, does Howard Stern suck? He'd go, yeah.
Ratso and I were up for at least 2 hours last night just talking on the phone about Gilbert and about how Gilbert's career is so whacked out.
Yeah.
And we decided that Gilbert would have a much better career if he had a manager, but he'll never pay a manager. He'll never give up another 10%.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so... Because Gilbert's the type of guy, like, he'll be in the Eddie Murphy movie, and everyone will be loving him.
And he'll never be able to parlay it into anything.
No, he'll just take whatever comes along next.
Yeah.
He'll do the parrot voice in Aladdin. He'll do Up All Night on, USA Today, USA Cable.
He
then
takes whatever job is offered.
He'll take whatever job is offered. Then
There's no game plan there.
If they ask him to be a circus clown at the circus for Friday night, he'll do it. He will never turn down a paycheck. If you want him to come to your house, if you pay him, he'll do it.
The price is right.
Yeah, that's Gilbert. Same with Bells. Bells hears TV commercial, he goes wild.
Bells has no management either?
I don't think so, no. I don't think so.
He's running that career of his.
Yeah, running it whatever way he sees fit. You know what I mean?
You know, well, Bells' problem is he thinks he's smarter than everybody else.
Yeah, right. That's his. Yeah. Who's going to manage me? I'm a genius. Here's that quick article from The Hollywood Reporter. Less than 3 weeks after arriving on his arm at the Academy Awards, Billy Bob Thornton's wife filed for divorce Friday from the Oscar-winning actor, director, writer. Pietra Dawn Thornton, his fourth wife, cited irreconcilable differences and sought sole custody of the couple's two children, William III and Harry James II.
Yeah, well, when your husband doesn't come home, that is an irreconcilable difference.
Yeah, that'll do it. But he's out there having a good time. He's Billy Bob.
Boy, oh boy, he was absolutely right that Hollywood would ruin him.
He tried staying away from it, but they sucked him in.
It's like heroin. You can't stay away.
Right, exactly. It is like heroin. Tyrone, quickly, you're on the air.
Okay, is this Howard?
Yes.
All right, my name is Tyrone Jenkins.
Yes,
I'm calling from Union City, Tennessee.
Yes.
And I can solve a lot of things. I'll make a prediction. I know what's going to happen to O.J. Simpson.
A prediction about O.J., okay.
Are you psychic?
No, he's a black guy.
No, I'm not a black dude. I'm a white Tyrone. My mother named me after Tyrone Power. I was born April the 9th, 1950.
Okay.
And I had a mission. And I don't know if you've ever heard of the book Embraced by the Light.
Yes.
On page 90, it reveals what a warring angel is.
Well, what's the prediction on O.J.?
O.J.'s prediction that I am the warring angel that's going to slay O.J.'s ass if he don't repent. I give you the day when it's going to happen. Who's going to be there?
Are you saying that you are going to kill O.J.?
No, I'm not going to kill him. It's just what's going to happen to him. So you can call me a psychic. You need to know what the definition of a warring angel is.
So
it's on page 90 of Embraced by the Light.
So you believe... Please, Robin. If you believe... No, you don't.
You know...
If you believe... do you believe that O.J... Is your prediction that O.J. will be killed by somebody?
He's not going to be killed. He's going to disappear off of the face of the earth because of what he's done.
He's going to go poof?
Because if you look... And what a warring angel is, I'm the first warring angel that's retired on the face of the earth. And I've got proof when it happened.
Everybody wants to be like something that, super.
I'll tell you what, Howard.
Yeah, you think you're a warring angel?
Warring angel. The definition of a warring angel is on page 90 of Embraced by the Light.
Yes. Well, what is
I'm talking to you,
all right,
Howard.
what is a warring angel?
A warring angel is like the Archangel Michael.
Retired.
Everyone wants to be... there's so many wackos.
Nobody just wants to be a person.
Yeah, there's so many nut jobs out there. Scary.
Yeah.
It's like that movie Michael, that horrible movie with John Travolta, and he's running around in angel wings. I'm convinced John Travolta did that movie because he wants to be something. I think he's gone to so many Scientology lectures, he's starting to think he is some special being.
Well, if you had the career resurrection that he had,
maybe you would
begin to think something special about yourself.
I don't know, man. Not his last couple of movies. Jeff, you're on the air.
No, I mean, that's just it. Those last couple of movies made over $100 million. They weren't even good.
The American public's gone berserk. Jeff.
Howard.
What?
Was there any delay on your show this morning?
None.
We didn't get your show until 6:45.
Who are you and where are you from?
Myrtle Beach.
Wow. Why? We did a great show this morning.
Now, Jimmy, you're bored.
For 45 minutes this morning, I talked about Minneapolis, St. Paul, and screamed about some hard-on named Tom.
I heard part of that, but I got in the truck at 6:20.
Ah, for Christ's sake.
They're playing Pink Floyd or something. But Jimmy does a good job. It's just...
What happened? What happened to Myrtle Beach?
You know, I just spoke to a producer down there, and he said that, you know, we spoke to him about this on the air once.
Yeah.
And
what's the problem?
He said that, you know, he got a wake-up service, and he didn't know what happened.
Come on. You mean my career now depends on being heard in Myrtle Beach by if a guy can't get up on time? One guy? There's nobody else for backup?
And there's nobody at the station?
How is it that I'm here every goddamn day on time and a board op can't be there on time?
I was talking to him on the phone just now. He won't come on the air with us, but, you know.
Well, you know what? I don't even want to. You know, it's not a bit for me anymore. I don't even want to speak to him on the air. Come on, Myrtle Beach. We're running a radio show here. I'm getting up early in the morning. I'm not doing this for my health. I wouldn't be so sad if it was yesterday's show, but today's show was good.
Yeah, I wonder what goes on there overnight. Like what goes on before us.
That somebody else can't just flip
someone can't wait until this guy shows up. You mean the program director is so ballless that he can't say to one of these employees, you wait there until the guy shows up, and if he doesn't show up, you start the show. You mean to tell me that he's so pussy-whipped by his air staff that he can't get these guys to wait? Come on. The board op can't get out of bed on time? That's the excuse? Fire him then. Get someone who could show up on time.
Yeah, the whole job is just getting up.
I mean, the guy's a nice guy. I've talked to him on the air. He's a very nice guy.
I was just talking to him. He was
it does me no good. I'm sick of nice guys, man.
You're right.
I'm sick of nice guys. I want a scumbag running my show. A guy who knows how to get up on time. Come on already. What? Jimmy, this you?
Yeah.
What are you doing to me? Jimmy, come on, pal. I'm getting up early.
I know.
I've never been late a day of my life. I got the alarm.
Does whole movies while he's doing this radio show and still gets here on time.
My wife, I tell her, every night you walk in my room, you check to make sure my alarm is on. That's your job. I give my wife, you got a wife?
No.
Well, get one.
Then you'll be able to get up.
After this happened last time, I got a wake-up service.
Yeah.
And what happened there?
And it's something that I call every day and program myself. It's automated, and I set it like 6 times a day.
Do you have an alarm clock?
I have 3.
All right. You have 3 alarm clocks and a wake-up service.
Something must have happened with my power or something, because nothing happened at all.
Does your phone run on power, or does it run on just the phone line? Like, I got one that runs off the electric, so if the power goes out, the phone does go down.
Yeah, it's plugged into the wall. I mean, it's electric power. So I don't know what happened, but...
Did you drink last night?
No, I don't drink at all. I did.
45 minutes, though, man. You're killing me. And where is the guy who precedes you? Where's the overnight guy?
We're automated overnight.
Oh,
and there's not another living soul there?
No.
No board op, nothing?
No.
I was wondering what happened because there was no announcement or nothing. There was just music kept playing. I was like, well, you know, what's happening?
Well, I got news for you.
Well, can't they automate switching over to us?
Yeah, I don't understand why they can't automate that. Just open it up.
Because it's satellite overnight, and the frequency would have to switch to get you on. But I'm totally freaking out. I'm going to get fired, I know.
Hey, good riddance, I say.
Oh!
No offense, you're a nice guy, but I can't have this. I wish you could keep your job, but I got news for you, man. This depresses me. I was good this morning. I was extra awake.
I know.
I wish you luck in your next career. I mean, I'd love to see you do well.
I do, too.
I like you. This is hurting me as much as it's hurting you, but I tell you one thing, I'd rather see you gone than wrecking my show.
I know.
See what I'm saying?
This job is my whole life.
I hear you. Probably your way of getting women, too.
No, not at all.
Really?
Oh, he gets women from this. He gets women.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, really.
Well, you could.
You could. Just bring them up there and let them watch. Pretend. You know what you do? You lip sync like you and me, and they'll think, wow, you're brilliant.
What's funny is every day people tell me I look like you.
Yeah, there you go.
I met you at your birthday party.
Yeah, well, I feel bad, man, but I guess parting is such sweet sorrow. Maybe you're not cut out for this line of work.
I have to be. I went to college for this and
for running my show?
Or waking up?
Yeah, for waking up.
Alarm
All you got to do is wake up.
I know.
Sleep at the station. I don't know. Wake up at 3 in the morning and stand there and wait for the show to start.
I think a lot of it is I took on this other job here, and it's like working 2 jobs, and I work about...
What is your other job?
I'm the production director also.
Yeah, well,
so I'm here from 4:30 in the morning until about 6 at night.
Well, that doesn't make much sense.
Well, I'm trying to make it in this business. I'm trying to do it, so I just...
Yeah, well, you're taking on too much. You know what? You ought to be the production director, and they ought to let somebody else run my board. Someone who can get up on time.
In fact, I'll hire the person who's in charge of waking you up from that service.
Yeah, I'm definitely calling them today.
Yeah. They cost you your job. You should sue them.
Well, I'm just going to plead my case, and hopefully I don't get fired.
Well, I hope you do.
With you, I'd like to keep doing this job.
I prefer you didn't. I prefer you resign, so we don't want to have to fire you. But I mean, but you are qualified to flip a switch to turn something on. So get a job running an electric chair. They got the death sentence down there.
I'm not sure. I think maybe they do.
No, you're killing me. So
it's killing me too.
Hey, you killed me this morning. 6:45. Come on, man. 45 minutes. I'm not getting it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
I know.
I'm tired of being the nice guy who lets everybody off the hook.
I swore it would never happen after I got this.
I know. Well,
You're more important than Gary. You know that?
You know I'm the Jackie Robinson of radio?
You put the show on the air.
Yeah.
We can't do anything without you.
Yeah.
I know. I'm really sorry, guys.
Well, nice knowing you. Let this be a warning to our other board ops. We're in this game to win. I love all of you. You're all working real hard. I know that.
It's a thankless job.
Except I'm working harder. I'll tell you, if my job was to wake up and turn on a switch, I'd be up. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
The last 2 days have been great. I talked to you on the air the last 2 days, yesterday about John Boy and Billy, and Monday about Tiger Woods.
Yeah, you were doing good. I liked you. You were my favorite board op. Now today I want you fired.
You were flushed with success.
Yeah, you know what it is? You started getting too secure. Started to think you were our favorite board op.
No, I didn't do it on purpose, I can assure you. It's killing me. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I let you run the greatest show in the history of radio. I'm the Jackie Robinson of radio. You know what? Jackie Robinson changed the face of baseball. I changed the face of radio. And let me tell you something. That's a tougher trick than some goddamn game.
Oh, dear. It wasn't about the game.
Jackie Robinson was nothing compared to me.
Oh, here he goes.
I changed the face of radio. And no thanks.
I would love it if you came
thanks
back
to you, Jimmy.
next time.
I'll come back any color. I'll still win. You know why? Because I'm a winner.
Right.
Jackie Robinson whining.
Right.
Let me look at me, man. Look at me. Look at his face. Come back with his face. Let me see you succeed.
Yeah, right.
It says it all in the movie that you're the greatest.
That's right, and it's the truth.
It is. It's not.
You know, there are only 2 people in history they made a movie about while they were alive, and the guy starred as himself. One was Howard Stern. You know who the other one was?
Nope.
Jackie Robinson.
That's right.
That's right. And it was Jackie Robinson's movie.
What about that guy with the 2...
Go ahead. The Lobster Man?
Yeah.
No, he didn't. That was not considered a Hollywood movie.
Oh, it wasn't.
That was just some bull crap. Some guy with a video camera following around Lobster Man.
No. This was the guy, he was in World War II and he lost his hands. He played himself in the movie.
Yeah, but it wasn't about him. That wasn't his life story.
All right.
Come on. Don't mess me up here. Your job is to help, not mess me up. I don't need any more hindrances.
Just 2.
Yeah, 2. Jackie Robinson's movie was horrible. Jackie Robinson was a horrible actor.
And it's not just board off on the show; it's the other things I do for the website on the show.
Website? I don't care. I don't have a website.
Right. Well,
I don't even. You know what? I purposely don't have a website.
Well, we do at the station.
Those websites mess radio guys up. They start getting involved.
Doesn't Jimmy keep up with the show?
Then they go, well, what do I do? Do I do my funny on my website or my funny on my radio show?
On the radio show.
I'm funny on the radio show. That's all.
The extras.
That's where I'm funny.
Yeah.
I don't get confused. I don't have to sit there all day and go, should I put that on my website? That distracts me from my job. Something you don't need. You're working on a website. That's your problem right there. Those websites are a bunch of crap. I never yet to see one good website. Period. Yeah, yours included, Joke Man.
You should look at ours. It's good.
Yeah, I bet you it's crud. Crud. Websites. You know what it is? It's like bad magazines. Like people putting out their own pamphlets. I never saw such garbage. I'm on that Yahoo search. I'm on everything. Everything is bad. So the other day I'm on one of these websites. My kid, my 10-year-old collects those milk ads, you know, where the people look like they just had sex off their mouth. Those milk ads make me want to throw up.
The milk mustache.
Yeah, the milk mustache. Yeah.
Is Eddie Van Halen and his brother?
Yeah. Yeah, I got that one. I gave it to my kid.
Alex is all covered. It looks like somebody poured a bucket of milk on him.
I know. He's got his shirt off.
Yeah, and it's all dripping down him, and then Eddie's got...
Looks like they just did each other.
It really does.
I know.
It's got heavy gay overtones.
Yeah.
Bad orgy.
I'm trying to think of some of the men that have done them.
lots of football players.
Yeah.
Pete Sampras.
Yeah. Pete Sampras looks like he just did.
He looks that way before the milk mustache.
Quarterback, Steve Young.
Yeah, and black guys, too. It looks worse on them. And a big white thing on their lips. It's the most disturbing thing. I'm sitting there, so my daughter, for some reason, has these on the wall. So I said, they got a website probably. I go to the website, right? It's called www.ymilk.com. They should call it semen.com.
Oh!
Hey, I got nothing against milk. I drink 3 glasses a day. You know that?
Did not know that.
Yes, I do.
Don't want osteoporosis?
That's right. I got a big dowager's hump. I don't want to look like the hunchback. Can you imagine a big, tall gork like me with a hunch in his bag? You don't want that. I can eat all the calcium I can get. I'm a calcium freak.
Well, you got a lot of bone to support.
I sure do, except for the bone in my pants. That's minuscule. Minuscule. I would shoot up calcium rather than get a hump, because I have bad posture, because I'm so damn tall, I don't fit into anything.
You never stood up straight.
Never. Can't do it. I think I hate being so tall. I hate it. I wish I could chop my feet off. So, then I'd stand up straight. I look like a giraffe next to everybody. I have a posture like a question mark. It goes like this. I know what I look like. You don't have to tell me. So I go on this milk.com, and they had a picture there of Yasmin Belief with the big milk thing all over her lips. This one? You got this ad? She goes, no. I said, okay. What I'll do is I'll download it and I'll print it for you. Poofa. 20 minutes to download.
Oh, no.
20 minutes to print it out in color. I print it out. It's all blurry.
Yeah, I was going to say, did it even come out well?
All a rip-off. All these web pages. I'm trying to download an ad, and I can't even do that. They should pay me to do that. What a joke.
Hey, Howard.
What?
My program director just got in and wants to talk to you.
Okay.
Hey, Howard.
Hey, you firing this guy?
Should I? Yeah.
45 minutes late.
I know.
What am I supposed to do?
What am I supposed to do?
What? Here's what you're supposed to do. You know what? All right. I don't care whether you fire this guy or not. That's your business. All right? If you want, smack him in the balls.
Okay, I can do that.
All right. If you decide to keep him on, what you got to do is, I don't know how often this guy's late or what. You got to have.
Get into that.
We got to have a backup system.
He's late a lot?
Well, this is seventh time.
Wow, that's.
Man, and you're wondering whether you should fire him?
Oh man.
Well,
punish him. Make him wear a dress for a week and then fire him. And firing
you might like that.
Torture.
You might like that. Let's torture him. Let's do stuff to him.
Suggestions? How do we do it?
Well, look, here's the deal. What you got to do is, I think there's got to be somebody there as a backup. Even no matter who you get.
How do you back it up, though?
Yeah, Howard, that's the problem. See, we're automated overnight.
No, is there like an intern type that you can just give a couple of bucks to just sit there in case he doesn't come, he can flip the switch?
That's an idea.
Yeah, I mean, something like this.
Yeah.
You know, it would be worth it.
Yeah, it would.
It's crazy. This is your morning show. It's the most important time of day. This is where you make your money.
Indeed it is.
Right.
Indeed it is.
So, you know.
Well, if you got any, that's a great idea, the internship in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to keep this thing going.
Yeah, come on.
You're the biggest thing in the world, Howard. Come on.
Hey, I'm the Jackie Robinson of radio.
Jackie Robinson.
I really am. I never had a celebration. I never did.
You're not dead yet, I keep telling you.
The show is the biggest goddamn show in the history of radio. Nobody's been able to accomplish what I've accomplished.
And they never will.
No, of course not.
Well,
there's a guy here says he sees Jimmy at the strip club all the time, right here. Here. Who's this? Hello?
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
You see him at the strip club?
Yeah, I've seen him at the dollhouse before down here.
Yeah, well, he should spend more time going to bed early.
Yeah, and then just the other day he was complaining that he didn't have a girlfriend and he really needed a girlfriend. The girl should call the station.
Yeah, he's busy with that.
Yeah, I mean, he used to be on the air talking to entertainers when he was first there, holding interviews, trying to be you.
Well, it's all over with now. Thank you.
F.
Thank you, F. All right, would you handle this, please?
You guys got to work this out, okay? Thank you.
Are they still there?
I don't know.
Howard.
Yeah.
What was the guy's name that you were talking about up north?
Tom Bernard?
Yeah, that's him.
Who is this?
This is, I want to call and let you know about the 45-minute delay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
I'm getting off. But listen, Tom Bernard?
Yeah.
F. Tom Bernard.
I don't know. I want to F him in the rectum. But, hey, that's their business.
Hey, now.
You see, I'm the first guy. I got to tell you something, man. You're not going to believe this, but I'm a softie at heart, and I don't like to see a guy lose his job. It's 7 times. Come on already. I mean, come on already. This is absurd. Hello?
Hi, I'm a fan in Myrtle Beach, and I say save Jimmy's job. We love him down here. He's a really nice guy.
Well, then wake him up in the morning.
Why do you like him? Because you met him personally?
Yeah, I met him. I came in at the opening.
Well, let me tell you something, honey. Call his radio station and tell him that you will guarantee that Jimmy gets there every morning.
Yeah,
you can guarantee.
I told him I would.
Yeah, how are you going to get him there? You're going to knock
Call
him?
him on the phone.
Then call him on the phone every goddamn morning, then I'm there.
I will have
I just need
for you because we love you down here, and we hope you do make it down here sometime. We have mini golf.
Fine.
Come on.
I don't care what you get.
Mini golf.
Mini golf. Why would I play mini golf? Yeah, miniature golf. I got miniature golf right here. Can you imagine the stupidity of that? You're in Myrtle Beach. It's the golfing capital of the world. They have the best golf courses and the best weather for golf. And then you're down there, you say, what could I do? There's already a million golf courses.
Different from golf.
What business guy going? I'm going to go into mini golf. Now, I got mini golf right by my house. I go on Sunrise Highway and play mini golf. I don't need to go down to Myrtle Beach and play mini golf. What am I, a child?
Yeah, I'm going to take a vacation to go mini golfing.
You know, too bad I hung up on her. That was the dumbest broad in the country. I bet you give her an IQ test. She's the stupidest girl in the country.
Come on down, play mini golf.
Mini golf? You got to be a peckerhead to go put up a mini golf down there. We got our first Minneapolis phone caller. Wants to welcome us. Then I got a million things to play.
But you never told me this revelation about bodies and men and women.
All right. Let's take the first call from Minneapolis, do the commercials, and I'll give you the revelation. Got plenty of time to kill. Shapiro was moving very fast today. I hope this is Tom Barnard. You're from Minneapolis, St. Paul?
Yeah, I'm from Minneapolis. Just wanted to say welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Already, I bet you used to listen to Tom Barnard.
I did for about 2 months, and you see, I lived out in New York for 3 years when I just went down there to see my mom. And
right. Well, and what happened when you tuned in the Tom Barnard show? You found that you said this. Oh my God, this guy's a fraud. He's a Howard Stern ripoff artist.
Yeah, he sucks, and I couldn't stand not having you here in Minneapolis. And now that you're here, the whole night crew is just talking and loving it. And
good.
Yep.
Good. That's good to hear.
We already have the whole audience.
We already have the whole night audience. Night crew audience. Well, I'll tell you something.
Is buzzing.
Everyone in Minneapolis is walking around going like this morning. Oh my God, Tom Barnard is a fraud. We didn't know. They were like, why are they making a movie, Private Parts, about the life of Howard Stern? They should be making Private Parts about Tom Barnard. They thought that Tom Barnard was some kind of revolutionary genius. Tom Barnard sits at home every day listening to tapes of my show and rebroadcasting it to Minneapolis. So someone got the bright idea to put me on so you can hear the real show. You don't have to wait a day to hear it.
Tom Barnard is suffering secret shame.
And now his wife and children all know. They're all walking around today going, oh, my God, my husband's a fraud.
I hope this woman doesn't, belong to a garden club or something.
Oh, Mrs. Barnard?
Yeah.
Oh, they probably run all of Minneapolis.
Yeah, to some charitable meeting today and have everybody looking at her and saying, her husband's a fraud.
Yeah, the whole Barnard family's been running around Minneapolis, St. Paul, acting like they were somebody. Yeah. Now, all of a sudden, everyone's like, this is what happened when Mrs. Barnard goes to the garden club. Hey, our husband's a fraud. We found out our husband's a fraud.
The real guy's in town.
Hey, Tom Barnard's kids had to leave school. Because
can I say hi to Robin?
All the kids are going,
your
parents are frauds. Your father's really Howard Stern. Your father stole Howard Stern's personality. What's it like to go home now, Tom, and your whole family knows you're a fraud?
They used to say, your dad's really cool. Now they're going to say, your dad's a fraud.
Yeah, come on, you pussy. Why don't you mention me on the air? You're a big shot. Yeah, I hear you just added some blue material to your show so the people in Minneapolis won't tune away from you. Add all the blue material. Add green material. I don't care what color it is. I still kick your ass.
Where'd you get that blue material from?
Here's Tom Barnard's name. When you make your sandwich board signs and you're running around Minneapolis, St. Paul, getting under his skin, Call him fraud, copycat, clone, thief, phony, Xerox boy. Any one of those names will do.
Hey, Tom, you heard any good tapes lately?
Yeah. Someone find, in fact, if anybody works in Tom Barnard's house, see if you can find his stash of Howard Stern tapes. I want them back. Those are my material.
No, his barn's on fire.
Yeah. Tom Sternard. Tom Sternard. Right, Robin?
Howard Stern clone.
Clone. Cloning's been outlawed by the president. You're not allowed to clone. Well, keep it up in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Right. Already we have a huge audience, Robin, as you can see.
The whole night shift.
The whole night shift is walking around, buzzing. It's exhausting going on in the new market. Yes, Mike, you're on the air.
Hey, what's going on, Howard?
Yeah.
Listen, you got to get rid of that DJ, man. Convince him. Get rid of him.
Oh, Jimmy?
He sucks.
Jimmy the board op?
He's a homo, man.
He's not a homo, but he's history.
It's happened before. I get up this morning, I'm listening to Pink Floyd and crap. I'm like, what'd they do, change the format again?
Right.
I said, no.
I wouldn't mind if I had done a crummy show this morning, but I was really good. Robin, you got to admit.
You were on fire.
I was on fire this morning for 45 minutes. I can't duplicate that again.
I
we were,
hear that.
I can't duplicate that. I cannot be denied.
No. You got to convince him. He sucks. You call me. What he tries to do.
I had a rough night last night. I had to sit through Jackie Robinson's celebration on TV.
Did it really bother you?
Yeah, I was
Somebody was being celebrated?
I have been in New York now for 20 years or something, 15 years. I'm the Jackie Robinson of media.
Oh, yeah?
I've changed the face of everything. They talk about changing the face of baseball. I changed the face of everything. I can't get a celebration.
Oh, yeah?
The president doesn't come to see you.
No. Never even thanked me for my support. You know what I did during the Jackie Robinson celebration? You're going to think this is egotistical, but I don't care. I'll tell the truth.
What'd you do?
I pasted my face on my TV screen, and I watched me getting a celebration. And every time they said Jackie Robinson, Howard Stern. That's what I did. Thank you.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
F Jackie.
Right.
Hey.